man. There we go. What is happening? There I is. There I is. All right. What's happening, everybody? What's going on? What's going on with y'all? All right. Well, we're gonna be. Hey, Jaden. What's up? What's up? What's up? Andre Harris. What is going on? All in RC. Yes, come on in. Come on in. Look, we're gonna get right into it because we got a lot to talk about. It's a whole season that we're gonna talk about. Just season 2 now of Snowfall. So so we're not gonna jump the gun and we're gonna try. I know sometimes I have a hard time with it myself. I'm gonna even try myself to not jump the gun and go further. We uh but we're gonna talk about season 2 of Snowfall. So this is a good season. A whole lot of stuff started happening, and we started seeing the transition of everybody. Season 2. Okay, so I got my homegirl here. We're gonna talk about it. Let me bring her on up here. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. What's going on with my mouth? Wait a second, y'all. I'm having little technical difficulties here. Let's see what's happening here with my. Wait a minute. Why is something's going on here? Wait a second, y'all. There we go. I'm like, what the hell's going on? What the hell? What's going on, Amina?
Hey, how you doing? Wouldn't miss
All right.
Snowfall for the world.
Yes, yes, yes. I was like, what is going on? Why my screen is acting? And look, it's one of them things. Yeah, season 2. Okay, RC said, "What's up, RC? Season 2 is damn near flawless to me." Yeah, I kind of agree. Season 2 is a very good season. It really just starts setting up how everybody started changing one way or the other, good or bad, and 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 also too, it started showing. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on, man. I gotta turn this TV down. I can't. It's too loud. Hang on a second. My
No,
TV.
you're good.
I mean, I don't think y'all can hear, but it'll be distracting to me. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Hey, what's up, Demarcus? Yeah, I was just saying that. Yeah, season 2 was just real. It just started setting it off for all the things that's going on. Especially, we started seeing, like I said last time, 2 weeks ago when we were together, started seeing the transition of how Franklin got started getting kind of on the evil side. Hey, Brandon. Oh yeah. Oh, my biggie, sir. Oh yeah, can y'all see it? Yeah, I got all kind of sweatshirts, t-shirts, and stuff. All right. Well, I think Detroit will show up at some point, but he can just jump on in. We're gonna get going because we got a lot to talk about.
You want to know what I realized real quick though?
Well, what you realize?
This is where Franklin grew up. I was like, when did he change? And I was like, there we go. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm
We did.
excited to talk about it.
Yes, we did see the change. We did start seeing that change. That's storytelling. Why? This is my favorite. Yeah, I mean, season 2 is probably 2 and 3. Look, 1, 2, and 3 are probably my damn favorites because one set it up so that we get introduction to the characters. 2, things are cooking. 3, we really going in. So yeah, it's. I think 1, 2, and 3 was phenomenal, phenomenal, and I think season 3 was the end when that was the end of John Singleton, right? He didn't make it to 4, or did he? Did he pass after 4?
No, I think he did season 3.
So he did 1, 2, 3, and then he passed away after that.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't do 4,
I
5,
think
and
I think
6.
even the last episode, I don't think he did. because that's where they did the tribute, I think. No,
And 3, I thought that was 4.
they did a tribute in 4, but
So
I think the last,
maybe he
yeah.
passed away after, maybe after season 3 or something like that. Yeah. So, but we could in it doesn't matter. I like all the seasons. I'm not one of the people who complain about any of the seasons of Snowfall. But however, I do think the first 3 is just like strong, very strong. So, there were people saying Franklin changed. It took some things happen. We get into it. Yes, we will. I like Louis all the way up to for the first 4. Me too. After season 4, I'm sorry, DeMarcus, with your Queen Louis, but I wasn't feeling her after season 4.
I'm gonna be honest. She made us watch though.
Oh
Their
yeah,
back
of
and forth.
course.
It was
Of
it was
of
tea.
course. Of course. Yeah. No, even if I don't like a character, I'll still keep watching. Like see, you gotta have an antagonist or somebody that's Franklin was evil and nasty. Those seasons 5 and 6, of course,
Mhm.
he was off the chain. But I still watched, you know
He
what I'm
was, yes,
saying?
he was an antagonist himself. Like at some point, every one of them was an antagonist, even Mama.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And we saw the train. Okay, and this is where we saw the beginning of the mother. She wasn't for the mess, right?
Yeah.
By season 3, because I've already started watching season 3, so we can prepare for the next one. And I'm not gonna talk about what things is going on, but I'm gonna say she started getting a little softer, getting
Franklin was her baby,
yeah,
I
she
got
kind
it.
of fell in line a little bit with all the stuff, the real estate, all that stuff started picking up around season 3. But then at the end, that's when the mother said, "Wait a minute, this ain't." I think when her husband got taken out, then that's when she said, "Nah," she changed after that. But we ain't gonna jump on the. And so John Singleton passed before season 4. Yeah, I thought that he did the first 3, and then I think he had a stroke or a heart attack or something, right? And then he, rest in peace to him. He passed.
I'm gonna be
Um,
honest. After watching, like, I think season 1, I was like, maybe he was giving up too much information with the CIA and all of that stuff, and the way
mm,
he was like showing, like even the way what's the name would get in somebody's house and it make it look untouched and stuff like that. I was like, maybe they're like,
mhm,
yo, shut your mouth, John Singleton.
mhm, mhm. I agree with this, Jaden. That scene, because I see the memes all the time on the TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and I see that brick by brick, and I ain't gonna let an MF, how the whole thing he said, and that scene
Drive that car.
he should have been nominated for Emmy. Well, they can't get Oscars for a TV show, but Emmy. He should have got an Emmy for that for sure. He should have definitely got nominated for an Emmy for that. So yeah, that was great acting right there. So okay, wait a minute. Let me go on to the so we're gonna get started. So things are cooking now. Things are going on. After season 1, the cocoa is flying in, they making up the crack left and right.
Mhm.
And let me see, Teddy. I guess Teddy, I mean, I'm not a fan of Teddy, but Teddy, I guess, is cooking at this point, right? Everything is lining in place, but he's still having problems. But it seemed like things were going. Well, what was the time jump from 1 to now to when they were sitting here at the beginning? What
I
was the
think it
time?
was I think it was
Couldn't have
right
been it
after.
couldn't have been a year, right?
No, no, no. I think it was continuous because he just was about to meet he was just dealing with Avi, and that's how he meets what's the name. But
Right. Okay.
it wasn't
Okay.
a time
It
jump
was
at all.
continuous. Yeah. Okay.
Not
It was a
really.
continuous. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So then, and also we were dealing with Lucia, and with her issues with her. Well, her cousin hadn't came back yet. So, but
Yeah.
he getting ready to come back at this in a second, but he hasn't come back yet. So yeah, it was a continuation after she unalived, after she had her uncle and all of them unalived. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which I ain't upset about that uncle. He needed to go. I was happy that he was gone.
I see we didn't really have a problem with Lucia.
No, no, I didn't either. Actually, I didn't have a problem with her. No, I mean, really, after season 2, we never saw her anymore. And I didn't have a problem with her. Okay, they still in 1984 during this time. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So, and I think they said that Lucia, she said that it was too dark for her, so she had to pull away.
Oh, the actress said that.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
like
I
it was
didn't
her
know
choice.
that.
She
Okay.
left. That's why all of a sudden you couldn't find her.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it was getting a little. It might have been getting dark. It might have been.
I'm like, Lucia dark. She wasn't that dark. Franklin.
I don't think so too, but maybe in her mind it was, but I don't think
Yeah.
so. Oh,
But you
maybe unaliving her cousin. Maybe she found that part dark.
but I'm like, come on,
I
man.
don't know. But
You
that's
know
part of
what?
the show. That's part of I don't know.
Ma-
Well, then so now we have a look like they was having a party or something at the house at the crib. This is where now we meet Peaches, played by the comedian D. Ray Davis, and I think D. Ray did a great job playing Peaches the whole time we saw him.
Every single body in here, there was no flaws, no lies
Yeah,
told.
yeah. But see, I had never seen D. Ray act before. I only knew him from being a stand-up comic. So
Hmm.
this was, even though he didn't have a lot of dialogue, that what he did, I thought was good. I thought he did a good job playing Peaches. Yeah, yeah. He was military trained, Rob. Hey, because he that's how Jerome knew him or something, right? Didn't they know him each other from the military or something? Because Jerome brought him in. Jerome knew him.
Yes, they did from the military.
Yeah, yeah.
Peaches,
So
he was A1. He was A1 steak sauce. Like
right,
Peaches
right,
was
right.
always
Oh, yeah. I mean, and like I said, we're not gonna jump to the end on how it all went down. But as of right now, oh yeah, that's right. He did act in Barbershop, but he was still a comedian. But this was like serious acting, drama.
yeah,
I don't
but
remember him being in the drama. Yeah, I remember him from Barbershop, the first one when he played a, guy came in the barbershop selling, selling stolen goods and stuff. Yeah, I mean, but that's still a comedic role. I was talking about. I haven't seen D. Ray play anything serious. If he did, I just never seen it because I don't follow his career like that anyway.
yeah, but you
Um,
know who our favorite actor was, right? Our favorite antagonist. He came from YouTube comedian.
oh man, boy, right? Yeah, man, boy, yeah,
Shout out to
yeah.
Man Boy.
He was a because I didn't even know who he was. My son told me he used to do skits on the internet and stuff on Instagram or whatever. So my son knew him from the skits. I never knew who this guy was till he played Man Boy.
And he was
I
damn
think I
good.
seen his face, but he didn't resonate to me. I didn't know who he was, but now I see him on a lot of stuff. Now I see him all over the place. So he rolling now. So well, but we don't meet Man Boy yet. But so we got that they having a little gathering, some girls and everything, and then Louis getting dressed up to go to the club. And she said, "Look, I'm getting tired of being here cooking all the time, and then my hair stinking. I need to go and have a good time, So, yeah, people don't realize that. Don't ask me how I know, but that's that crack do stink, So that stuff do stink. So,
They say once you smell that mess, you will never forget it.
and PCP, all that stuff smells. Um, so and then Frank, they getting together with some girls, and they having a good time, doing what they do. So while all that's going on, um, now we meet was it Matt, which
Yes.
is Teddy's brother.
Yeah, I thought that was
Well,
his brother. Yeah.
he needed another pilot because he unalived Alejandro, so
Hmm.
now he needed a new pilot because it stopped before he even met Matt. He was on the phone talking to James, and I think this is the last time we see James actually because James was his contact in the CIA, and
Hmm.
what did he
He had
say
to
he
go
had a
undercover.
yes, and he said he had a in case anything should happen, I have a folder, a file in case anything should happen to me and you don't hear from me, there's a file that will, I guess, help him out if
Not
exonerate right, and then exonerate him if something should happen to Teddy.
yeah, because what happens is when you go deep undercover like that, you are really who you are undercover, and they can't have you in their data, because if they have any snitches, any loose ends or whatever, they will find you out. So they can't put you in the system. So if you get arrested, like, you are just who you are, and nobody will ever know if they lose that file, which is scary.
That's right, right. What up, though? What's up, OT? How you been?
Hey, okay.
Um, yeah. Oh, man, boys from Virginia. Okay, Melvin Gregg is his name. Okay. Um, yeah. Well, that's exactly pretty much what was going on with James, because I think after this scene, I don't think we saw him anymore. When I went back and rewatched it, I don't remember seeing him again. But we met Matt, and Matt was in Vietnam and all of that, so he's an experienced pilot, and they're brothers. So he's and then I'm gonna tell you something. I always felt sorry for Matt, because I think Teddy was not always forthcoming with him.
Well,
I
Teddy
just think
told
he
them what
put
he
him
was
in a bad. I
doing.
think he put him in a bad situation. Always felt this whole season. I felt bad for Matt.
Well, the season was a really bad season for Matt.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It was a bad season for Matt. Yeah, and he went through it. He went through it. So now, of course, the cousin is not back yet, but this lady here, I can't remember her name. I didn't write her. I didn't write her character name down, but she is the lady. She's in charge of the Mexican gang,
Mm-hmm.
right? No, well, I guess I'm asking you because I just want to make sure I'm right on it. Because yeah, yeah,
She
she's
deals
the
with the other section. Yeah, that's that, because that's
right,
not
right,
Lucille's
right, right.
interest, and she
And
wants
so
him to work with her.
she wanted to know the recipe of she didn't seem like she liked Lucia in the first place.
A
She
lot of
didn't seem
people
like
didn't like Lucille from that was outside.
right, right. And she want to know the recipe for for
Yeah.
how to make that rock. And she gives it to these guys. And look, the guy was like, these Mexican guys. He was like, look, you you tried first. Yeah, you tried first. And she had never tried that rock. Well, when she tried that rock, she felt, man. Good thing Gustavo was right there, because she almost fell on her behind.
And I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I was like, yo, because when that happened, I was like, is she going to get hooked? And surprisingly, she did
I
not.
was surprised, yeah, because I mean, I ain't never did crack in my life, but they said it's a high that you
Always chase.
that's always chased, like you, yeah. So I'm
It was a
surprised
one hitter quitter.
she must didn't hit it too hard.
No, she
Maybe
hit
this
it.
is
She, you saw she almost fell. She
she
did. She
almost
just
fell off. Yeah, yeah, her, yeah, she. And then they loved it. They loved that so much. They was like, "Dang, give me some." And everybody was trying. All of them was trying. So that lady in the red, she's a racist. Yo, yeah, the Mexicans and blacks always had a history. You know, especially during that time, they always had a history of not liking each other. And from what I understand, in LA, there's still some groups of Mexicans in some areas that blacks just can't go into, without the being the sanction and okay of somebody. You ain't just riding around in some of the Mexican neighborhoods. Some of them is still very dangerous. The tensions between blacks and Mexicans over in LA. So
mm,
that's what they say. So I mean, because one thing, gang stuff don't go away. You know what I mean? So
mm-hmm.
it don't go away. But so it's definitely a demand for this for the rock. And then we got Delroy and what was the cousin name? Delroy and I forgot the other one name.
Don't get me on these
One
names.
was named Delroy. I think he was Delroy with the afro. I forgot the other cousin name. I know the Marcus knows all the names. Um so he'll tell us. But I know it's Delroy, and I don't want to say Vinny or nothing. It's Delroy and
It's okay. We don't really
yeah,
need to
anyway,
know.
he'll come to me. But anyway, they was over there selling in Pico Union, the Mexican town, and Jerome had told them and told
Don't
everybody,
go over there. Don't
don't
go around
go
them
over to
folks.
Pico Union. Don't go to Pico Union, because that's Mexican territory. And what they do, they say, they talking about, oh, over there, everybody is bonded up real fast. We make a lot of money over there, but it doesn't matter if you make a lot of money. If that's enemy territory, you ain't supposed to be there. So He went over there anyway, and then that's when they meet up with Lucia. She gives them. She wanted because she didn't know it. She didn't really know. I mean,
Franklin.
she met Franklin out, once or twice through Gustavo, but she didn't know he was the one in charge of running things.
Nobody would know. That's how
She just thought
Franklin
he was some
rolls.
kid. Yeah, he just thought he was some punk kid out there. And so she gave her number, said have him call me, have your guy call me, and so we can cut a deal. And she definitely want that recipe, and yeah, Jerome wasn't happy about that. Jerome was not happy. So now we see the cousin again. Um, what was his name? I don't forgot now.
Doesn't matter.
Um, yeah, well, we meet the cousin, and somebody in the chat will put it in here because they be helping us out. Um, we meet the cousin, and
Lucia's cousin.
Lucia's
He comes
cousin.
back.
Yeah, we meet Lucia's cousin. So
Mm-hmm.
he's back. He's back now, and now we see him with this woman, Delroy and Kevin. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Yeah, I knew it was Delroy and Kevin. Thank you, because that it's gonna come back up again. That's why we're gonna talk about them again. But we meet the cousin, and no, he can meet this girl. We did not know anything about her yet. We just know her name is Lorena, and that's it. We don't. But Lucia was sort of suspicious about her, you know.
Well, because
And I guess you got to be suspicious.
yeah,
I
they
mean,
don't like outsiders, so
yeah,
they
I was
always
just gonna say that if you
don't
would be
trust.
suspicious too. If you had a drug organization going on, you ain't gonna just want me bring up some. I come and bring some people up in. You're gonna be like, Inga, who is these people?
How about who that woman? Who that
Yeah,
lady?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, but we just thinking that that's his girl. They engaged to be married, and he wants back in on the business. Um, you know, and
But she looking at him shady.
she was keeping her eye on her cousin though too, Lucia.
Mm-hmm.
She was keeping her eye, yeah, and she had every right to be suspicious. I agree, Brandon.
And
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh nah, she's good. She's people." And he's like, "You could
Mhm.
talk in front of my wife."
Yeah, they had dinner together at the house. They drinking, they having a good time, and Gustavo wasn't really saying much, but he always is observing. He's a quiet guy, just observing. He always sits back and observe, and that's how you have to be. Sometimes keep your mouth closed and your eyes open is better, So, but the two of them were suspicious of her. So now we know that Louis is now full blown with Claudia. She done moved in on her now, she done, or living there all the full time. I mean, I was staying there pretty much full time. And Franklin's talking to her about trying to get that club, but she ain't giving up that club. Pedro, thank you. That's the cousin's name. Lucia's cousin, Pedro. Um, yeah. So Claudia was like to me. I think you mentioned it last week or something. Oh, Detroit man, she was a pimp, pretty much, right?
Yeah, she was. That was a pimp. She turned
Yeah.
what's the name out, but she said that she took her as a young girl and showed her how to
Mm-hmm.
treat guys and stuff like that. But they still had like a weirdo relationship.
They
But
did.
you could see it. She was still
Mm-hmm.
always in control of what's Jerome's wife, Louis. She was still
Yeah,
had some
look.
control over
Mhm.
Louis.
She did. She did. Yeah, Louis seemed like she would cave in for her all of like I don't know. It was kind of weird. I don't even know how to describe it. It was kind of weird.
Well, she pimped her out when she was young. So
Yeah.
she looked up to her, but she was always envious of her. And Claudia
Mm.
treated her really mean and vicious like.
Yeah, she must have met her like a lot of pimps. They meet them girls fresh off the bus
She
with
did.
no money, no luggage, nothing, and yeah, because she came from Baton Rouge, so she was
Mhm.
sort of country, and yeah, and so that's what happened there. Well, Franklin and Leon go to see Avi, to get their product and get their work. And next thing you know, the cops bust in. It was a raid, and Leon got caught, but Franklin hopped over that fence and he took off and ran. So, but
Leon knows how to handle himself.
yeah, he do because we got the lawyer Tyrone to get him out, but see that they go. This is where I agree with Franklin. Franklin don't want nobody to know. Franklin, you look how Franklin dresses. He just wears regular white sneakers, khaki pants, members only jacket. He tries to stay low key. And then Jerome was running his mouth. Oh, we got the $5,000. That ain't no problem. Just run his mouth.
You do?
And and then Biscuit, MF. I love how you said, "Oh, that was MF Biscuit." Biscuit is listening, and Biscuit was listening, and he came in to rob the joint. And thank goodness that Peaches was there. Peaches was there, and pop, 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 took old Biscuit out, and Biscuit and whoever the other guy was, and that was it for that. That was it for Biscuit. So yeah, he said, "I told you not to be talking about the money." He's always tried to stay very low key.
Yeah. That's what people. Yeah, he's quiet.
Now I'm on Franklin's side with that, to stay low key and quiet. If you're going to do a criminal act or something, you can't be just being flashy and running your mouth. That's the reason why people, get caught or get the target on them. So, it happens all the time with these drug dealers and stuff. Well, after they get Leon out, they got Leon out and everything. So then, was it Teddy? He ends up kidnapping Leon and Franklin, and sort of was trying to like torture them. Leon pissed on himself. They had been there all night long. Nobody knew where they were because everybody was looking for Leon. What was Wanda came looking for him. Everybody said, "Where's Franklin? Where's Leon?" Nobody had seen them for like 24 hours or so. And it's unusual for them to just not show up. Be around, and nobody could contact them. So, I mean, Teddy comes slamming into Franklin's car. Could have killed him. You
see, I told you he never treated Franklin with any kind of respect.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy did it on purpose.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Following Franklin, and it wasn't like an introduction like he did with everybody else. Franklin slams right into him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. And then he was like flicking the lights on and off, sort of torturing him, So anyway, he figures out that this is the guy, this is the plug, and he cuts it, for him and Franklin cut some type of deal with each other. So now Franklin's gonna be working with Teddy. He don't know the extent of it yet. He don't know that this guy's with the CIA government. He just thinking that he's connected with the plug, and
that's Teddy took him, had him in the basement, used every single federal tactic with the water dripping, driving him insane.
And what was that electrical shock thing he kept putting on it?
Yeah, we're not gonna skip over the drama that Teddy put Franklin through.
Oh no, he took him. Yeah, no, speak on it. He took him through it. He did.
He did torture. He did a lot of torture that they do in military style torture.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I can't stand Teddy. No, nobody like Teddy. I haven't never met anybody who's watched this show and they like Teddy. Said Teddy was their favorite character.
He's disgusting.
No. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Teddy is the worst. Teddy is the worst.
Teddy never did that to Gustavo. Hi, Gustavo. How you doing? Can you help me out?
He never did Gustavo. No, he didn't. No.
He was very mean to Franklin.
Right. I think he mistreated his brother wrong too. So you're right. He was just
but not in that way he did to Franklin. He never treated nobody worse.
Way he did to Franklin. Right. But he was just no good to everybody, to his baby mother or wife, whoever she was. He never was there for his child. It's just on and on. Teddy was just no good. Yeah, Teddy was just no good. So he wanted to know how they bring the bricks in, and he said he never been up in a plane before. So Matt took him up in the plane. And it is funny how Franklin at this bottom square, he thinking that he's telling Teddy, not telling him what to do, but like he making demands at Teddy, and Teddy just went along with it. But all along, he don't know that Teddy is the one in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But it was nice that he got his first time flying. But can I
mhm.
ask Brandon a real quick question? Brandon
Oh,
said Teddy, yeah, he said Teddy's the worst character next to Louis. Which one is worse? I take Teddy's worse over Louis.
Teddy is the worst character on the show. Oh, Teddy is far worse than Louis,
Hmm.
in my opinion.
Me too.
Yeah, in my opinion, yeah. Now Louis just got on my last nerve. She
Yeah.
didn't do anything to torture anybody or do no. I mean, she just I just didn't like how she did some things with toward her husband Jerome and all that, but I
I
didn't
mean,
yeah,
yeah, she was a
yeah.
good
But
antagonist. I'm gonna
yeah,
give it hands
antagonist,
down.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
watching it. I love
Oh,
watching the
me
war.
too. Me too. Me too. Me too. Yeah. Now, when the show was first going on at the time, I wanted to jump through the TV and slap her a couple times, but but now going back rewatching this, I'm enjoying it so much more, so much more. I'm glad that I did take a long break of not watching the show for a long time, so
Hmm.
now I feel like I'm watching it with fresh eyes again. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it now.
And you get to watch it back to back. You don't gotta pause. You don't gotta wait till next
Yeah, wait for
season.
the next one. Yeah, with yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, Sissy she just upset with Franklin right now. Like
She's
any
hurt.
mama would be. I have a son and I would be the same way, that look, this is not how I raised you, this is not what I want for you. She just upset with them. And she know now at this point because it's all over the neighborhood now. She see how the neighborhood's changed and everything is going on. She know it's not just no, marijuana anymore. And she knows, even though no we didn't see anybody tell her, but the neighborhood is changing. She see what's going on. And then of course Andre's next door, he could have been talking to her. So when he goes in there to to hang out with Melody, climb in through her window, and
This
she
is the
she
love
thought
and
she thought
basketball
she
window
started
is what
yeah
I
she
call it.
started she don't start really changing until next season. But right now she's cool. I mean, as far as everything about her don't start happening to next season. Oh, wait a minute. RC said Louis angered me more. We always knew Teddy wasn't ish.
I see, but Lily, we
I
watch
mean, I
all
see.
of them change. They every single one of them changed.
Well, Teddy never changed because he been the same since season one.
Yeah,
Teddy didn't
Franklin,
change.
but
Teddy's
Franklin was
been the
already
same.
grown.
But as far as the other people, everybody else did change.
Yeah,
They changed. You know how you go up and then down and then back up again. Some people did do that. Teddy just stayed down. He was the bad all the time. He didn't have any art or any change, but that's why I like the show, because we did see all the other characters did change.
yeah.
They
I
went
mean,
from they went from being down with all of this stuff, and then some of them was like, after a while, like, man, this is getting too much. We losing people getting locked up, people dying, and it was just too much. So Franklin got greedier and greedier as
Franklin
time
just
went on.
was a damn mess at the end, like for real.
Oh my god. Ugh. So okay, so at this point now, season two, what's your thoughts on Sissy? Just from being a mother, you know.
This is where they got the character Lucille from.
Mm-hmm.
This
Oh,
this is they mimicked Lucille off of Sissy.
hey
Don't
Detroit.
give me the
What up,
money.
dog? What up, dog?
Meanwhile, hey,
What's up?
Go ahead, go ahead.
don't give me the money. Meanwhile, she about to get evicted, homeless, nothing. I ain't living in the house you paid for. I'm like, girl, just sit down.
Well, just at the beginning, because okay, okay. If if your son, daughter, whatever is, you wouldn't be wanting this to go on with them. You would be upset.
You
So
would.
then maybe later on, once you see how things are going, you might join in on the business. But right now, she was not happy with this.
Of course not.
So
It hurt. It hurt
yeah,
because
it hurt.
he was
Yeah,
in college when we started.
right, right, right. I mean, any thoughts on that, Detroit?
I'm
On
talking about when
just
she
at the
want
point
to.
with Sissy right here, season two, like not later on what happened with her, but like that she's disappointed in Franklin at this
Yeah,
point.
she heard from her because he was selling drugs and
Mm-hmm.
he dropped out of school. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure nobody in her family graduated from college. So
Yeah.
she wanted him to
Right.
do that. She was trying to live off him from graduating from, and she didn't want him in the drug game anyway. I'm pretty sure that
Of
as of
course
Yeah.
right
not.
now.
Right. 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 Um. Okay, so Detroit, before you got here, we had already talked about Delroy and Kevin, and they wasn't supposed to be at Pico Union, Mexican town, because Jerome told them don't go over there. Well, they took their asses over there anyway and got pop. Oh no, Witchcom stabbed them. That Mexican gang member stabbed them and took them out. So now Kevin wants to no, it was Delroy. No, this is Kevin. It was Delroy. What was the other cousin name? I forgot what his other cousin name. But anyway, they got taken out. The two cousins, two little young boys. Kevin
Hmm.
now is one to get like revenge. So, what you think about this, Detroit? I mean,
That's his cousin. His
Yeah.
yeah,
cousin, so
yeah.
he trying to get revenge, but I mean, no dish, I'm not trying to make no joke or nothing, but his cousin deserved to die because dog, the dude got you. You had a gun. He should after he what he did with his homeboy. The man had every opportunity to smoke the Mexican guy. He sat there and let my man do what he do, and he ain't do nothing. Not only that he sliced up his man's, he shot too late. He missed, which I don't understand. Then
Oh,
he
we ain't
got
got
killed.
there yet, Detroit. We ain't got that far
Oh,
down
oh,
yet. No,
I thought.
no, we just at the point where he found out his cousins got smoked, and he wanted to got taken out. He wanted to get revenge, and then remember
Oh
Franklin
no,
came.
that's the part though. That's how it happened.
Oh
What
yeah,
I mean,
okay.
they was on the corner, and my man took
Oh
out
yeah,
his
yeah,
man
yeah. Oh yeah, I
first.
see what you're saying. You're right. You're right. Because he saw the guys on the corner. He could have did
He could
something
have
if he wants. Yeah, yeah, you're right. But
like
Franklin came and stopped
yeah,
him at the time,
yeah,
right? Yeah, yeah.
yeah. He stopped. I was
Mhm.
like, they Kevin get mad, and that's understandable. And they get mad trying to get revenge. The dude sat there and watched his man get sliced up and didn't do nothing. Then when he wanted to do something, he missed and he got sliced up. Like, let's imagine. So if this happened to one of your friends and you sitting there looking at this,
Mhm.
you trying to tell me you ain't if you got a pistol or whatever, you ain't gonna help your friend?
Yeah,
Come
but
on now,
like Brandon
y'all.
said, Kevin should have talked to Franklin before. But he did talk to Franklin. Franklin said he didn't think it was good for business. He just said, let it go. We'll find out and deal with it later. He wasn't really and because we told these two little YNs not to go over to Pico Union. Y'all did it anyway. So
Yeah.
I really ain't too upset over the two cousins.
I'm not
Or
upset. When I first saw it
Delroy
in
and the other guy. Yeah, I'm not really upset
when
about
I
it
first
because
saw it in real time, they should have never did it. The fact that it was one guy, Mexican guy, that killed both of y'all with a knife is ridiculous at this point.
said, "Come on, Detroit Kings, they got castrated." I mean, that's what they said. We didn't see them get castrated, but that's what the word is on in the street because Kevin came back and said that they supposedly got
I
castrated.
mean, I
But
don't think they understand what I'm saying to me. You can only take out you can only when you have a knife, right?
Hmm.
You can only take out one person at a time. It ain't
That
like
is
a
correct.
oh
automated
yeah, because
weapon.
Delroy got taken out first, and then the other
Yes,
cousin or friend, whoever he was, he just stood there. He had a
he
pistol, didn't he?
yeah, he had the pistol and he shot it and then missed the dude and he got sliced up. When I don't get it, dog. Like maybe it's
Yeah,
just
that
me,
was.
man. I
But
don't
they
get
were
it,
like
bro.
young. I think they were young teenagers.
It
I don't
doesn't. They
know.
were young and dumb. They
Young and
were.
But
dumb. That's what I'm saying. They was young and dumb.
they was young and dumb. Even if the people that's young and dumb ain't about to sit there and watch your man's get sliced up. Soon as that would have happened to me, I would have just took my gun out and shot that guy in the head. Because I'm just being honest. Because you get mad at the Kevin now about to get mad at Franklin because he want the man to get taken out, but your cousin had every opportunity to take this dude out. He ain't do nothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was a dumb plan, by the way. Why is you selling over there? That's no man.
That's
That
what
was
they
dumb.
told. Yeah. What up, though? What's up, Brilla? Hope you doing good. Hope you
What
feeling
up? What up?
better.
What up? What up? What up?
Hey.
Um, yeah, they say he missed and panicked.
Well, you
So
know what? And the thing
That was
is,
weak.
sometimes when stuff really go down, you find out who's who,
That's a fact. He was
and
not
that's what
about
it
that
was.
life.
He
mm,
needed a crew to come back with him. He not that type person that's gonna do it on their lonely.
right. Well, Lucia, she was trying to get in touch with Franklin because she wanted to find out about what one she wants the recipe to the rock. And Franklin, look, I'm not giving up the recipe, but he wants to know who took out them two kids. And so um I guess well, Franklin don't give a damn about them two kids,
He
but
did. He does
Lucia
care.
and Gustavo. Well,
He
I ain't gonna say he don't give a damn. Maybe I'm take that back.
he cares,
He
but
he
Right.
just wasn't going to jeopardize his business
correct.
for them. Yeah,
Right.
Correct.
he'll deal with it at some other point, and that's what he was trying to tell Kevin. But Lucia, she needed that. I think she was gonna get unalive by that lady who run the Mexican gang if she didn't give up that recipe. Like her back was against the wall. She needed that recipe. So
She
uh,
set the whole. She set the whole motion. I mean, she set the whole motion up there. One of the reasons why Kevin people was there. You know what I mean? In smoke. She know what she was doing.
hmm well, he cut because Franklin cut some deal with them. Uh Kevin got mad. Remember this point where he put the pistol in
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Franklin's face?
I understand why he's mad at Franklin, but I understand why Franklin didn't do that either. Like, I understand, but Kevin is ignorant, so he ain't want to sit here and tell Kevin like, I
Mhm.
know who killed them, but you got to chill. Sorry,
Yeah,
Mm.
and because Kevin's a hothead.
right. And like Brandon said in his comment,
Point it.
their bodies is bad for everybody. It's everyone. Yeah.
Period.
So because it brings attention from the cops that you don't need. So
And it's a
with
war. He didn't want to
with
go to war. Imagine going to war with this crew.
and they got a small little crew. You talking about the Mexican gang that's large. It's
Right.
large.
He was like, they're gonna come after everybody,
They
the
would
whole
come out the
family.
woodwork. Yeah, you can't go against the Mexican gang because it's not just in LA. They come from all over the place.
They
So
come. Yeah. They got. It's a lot of them coming
yeah, you
from
don't mess
Mexico.
with
It's
the
a lot
Asian
of them.
gang and you don't mess with the Mexican gang because they are bigger than with your little crew you got sitting up at Jerome's house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they connected to the cartels, right? And it's just him and Jerome and
Well, he ain't never had a
Leon and
crew
Kev. They
though.
ain't had no crew.
He ain't really have
Exactly.
no crew.
So it was logic. It made sense. Why?
Yeah,
Why am I gonna pick a fight with these dudes? And they're gonna be fighting for the rest. They're gonna pick everybody off.
right. No, I agree. I totally agree with that. Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
they didn't even know who did it though. Like, how you gonna go out there shooting when you don't even know who did it? That's why I wasn't mad at Franklin for not doing that. I mean, who are we going after? Like that? Like I wasn't there. I don't know who did it. Like I'm not about to sit there and go start spreading up a Mexican neighborhood when I don't know who did it. That's what's wrong with
mhm.
gangs now.
Yeah.
Like they just be sitting there going and try back in the '90s and right now they go sit there and try to get revenge, but they don't even know who did it. Then they mess around and shoot up a whole neighborhood and kill a whole bunch of innocent kids, like Leon told them. I'm not about to sit there and go out there and start shooting and we killing kids, man. Are you crazy?
Right. No,
You
you're
see
absolutely right.
Franklin? He's like,
Absolutely
what you
right.
gonna do? You gonna take me out?
Mhm.
Right.
Well, Melody comes over and they start making out and everything, and then next thing you know, old Andre come banging on the door talking about the car that had the biscuit and all them was sitting in that could they supposed to have gotten rid of that damn car, you know. But I think
Hmm.
he just ended up getting rid of the car eventually. So he got rid of the bodies. He wasn't wearing, so we never did see what happened to the bodies, but they gone. So Peaches did take care of the bodies. Like I said, before you got here, Detroit, I was saying that D-Ray has did a great job playing Peaches.
Oh yeah, that was his best acting work
That's his
for
best
me.
act, yeah, because I've only seen him in comedic roles because he's a comedian. But as far as drama, he did a great job, I think. So
I think he did too. He came around season 2.
yeah, this is season 2. We didn't see
Yeah.
him. We didn't see him season 1. It was because they needed security. They needed some muscle. So that's why we Jerome brought in Peaches. So
Shout
Right.
out to Peaches.
shout out to Peaches. Yeah, yeah. Now this is where before Detroit, before you got here, Amina and I was talking about Matt, with Teddy's brother, and I think Matt got a raw deal. These Mexican cartel dudes, they treated Matt so bad, making him,
Mm-hmm.
snorting all the coke and
That's nasty
torturing
work.
him and everything. And I think Teddy didn't do good by his brother. I mean, what
He
you
did
feel,
his
Detroit?
he did his brother dirty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he and now he thought he was just coming in for a short time to be a pilot. I don't think he realized the extent of it. I'm not
Right.
sure how much he knew what was really going on. And I think he found out later, but I don't think at the beginning he knew just
Yeah.
how bad this was, with the cartel and the CIA.
Yeah, because his brother didn't know.
No, no,
Mhm.
he didn't know. Mm-mm. Yeah, and these two cartel dudes, these guys was crazy. Both of these guys were
They
crazy.
were the
Yeah. Yeah, they were
loco.
loco, definitely loco. Yeah, they were insane. Insane in the membrane.
Right.
So um well, it looked like he get more and more product. Things are booming now in the street. Everybody now knows about the rock. It's booming. They making a lot of money, so
Mm-hmm.
they need product faster than normal, and nobody wants to make the product. Everybody be like, I got something to do. Leon hanging out with Wanda. He said, Louis,
Mm-hmm.
Louis is with Claudia now. Everybody got something to do. Kevin don't, is MIA right now. So, and then he gives Rob some bricks to sell. Going back to where did he live in? Beverly
In
Hills
the
or somewhere, or
in the valley somewhere.
out in the valley. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, things are booming at this point. So Franklin had to do a lot of the cooking himself early on.
Yeah, because he didn't want nobody to know that product. He
Yeah,
didn't
he
want
didn't want
nobody to
nobody
know.
to know that recipe.
But that
Yeah.
makes
Yep.
sense. Just like the people
Hmm.
out there, they didn't want nobody to know, but Franklin didn't live in that area. So,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
because they
Right,
were
right,
moving it.
right. Louis had just, she had enough. She was gone at this point. And
Aunt Jerome was split up.
the Jerome and Louis exchange with each other used to be funny to me. Like the way he would be
Yeah.
talking. It's just they were just hilarious. To me early on, just season two, they were funny to me. Season
It
one and
was a
two,
nice couple. I loved watching them.
I did too. I did too. I did too. Jerome makes me laugh a lot of times. Like the way he talks, how he carry himself. He had a lot of funny moments. Like this
Yeah,
actor,
he did.
I
He
don't
did.
even
He
know if it was
did.
supposed to be funny, but the actor was so good that he did a phenomenal job playing this guy. But now Wanda now is all up in the mix. They at the club.
Whew.
They having the celebration, and so now what was it was this like New Year's celebration or
I
something?
think Christmas. Christmas. I
Oh,
think
Christmas party.
Christmas.
Yeah, it was like Christmas party. Yeah. So he lets Wanda he need people to work at the cookhouse, at the trap house. So he let Wanda go and do it, but that's the worst
Yeah,
thing he did, was to let Wanda get in there, but he didn't know.
he said, "Can he get a job?" But all right. So the sad part about this is nobody knew Rock was what it was. And that's scary because even today's day, you look at it like what's taking the place of rock, something so highly addictive. But at the time, everybody thought it was okay to do.
Mm-hmm. 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 Right, right. Yeah, nobody knew that it was gonna be what it turned out to be.
One hit a quitter.
Right. Nobody knew it was gonna be what it turned out to be.
Yeah,
So
Franklin was just sad at this point because Kevin, the situation with him, you know what I mean? He felt like he want to help everybody out to eat, and then Leon was his man, and they needed somebody to cook, so he wanted to get somebody to cook, and then he wanted to make his best friend happy. So bam, there it was.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um But the worst
You're
thing we
right.
did was let Wanda test the product because we see what happened after that.
Yeah, but
So
we didn't know.
no, we
Season
didn't know.
two, season two. When I looked at it, man. All this wasn't really Franklin. See his fault. If anything, he met from the dude from the first episode when he got
He was
when
cleaning
it.
up everybody else's messes.
Yeah, he had to clean up the mess with
Kevin and Wanda, Leon and Wanda stuff.
and
Yeah,
Jerome too, because Jerome.
and Louis, Jerome did with Louis.
No, no, Jerome, because Jerome was the one that was telling, yeah, we got the money to get Leon out.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
Franklin was
We
like,
talked
Trubisky,
bro,
about
I
that
don't know
earlier.
these people.
Trubisky came up in there. Yeah,
Yeah, that was Jerome's
yeah.
fault for talking too much.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Season two, we did see in the
Yeah.
change in Franklin, but he was cleaning up everybody else's messes.
No, he did it for the
Yeah.
first few seasons. He was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's who he was. He was a straight guy that held it together. He did build it brick by
Mm-hmm.
brick, like he did.
Yeah, brick by brick. That's right. He did.
Hmm.
And I ain't about to let another MF come in here and destroy. Right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that line. I
Draw
love
that car.
that line. Yeah, exactly. With right here, he's Teddy now took him to the bank. And I thought, Mamina, I thought this was wrong. But we didn't know. I'm just as now that we see
He muted.
Did you break up, Inga?
Yeah, she broke
trusted
up.
Teddy putting that money in the banks and going to Panama, putting the money in the bank. That but we, Frankie don't know that yet. Only he don't know that. But
Who would
as the
know that?
viewers, we know it, and we saying, "Oh no, don't use the
No, we
bank that
wouldn't
he
know.
wants you to bank. That wants you to bank at." No, that was just I was like, but even when this show first came on, I would sit on my sofa watching it, saying, "Don't use his bank. Don't trust him." I was saying that then
Yeah,
because
he was. Hmm.
you could see the play. You could see that Teddy was like, well, I don't know, but he was. I think he. But you think he was a little gullible for Teddy?
He
No,
was.
because it didn't matter really where Franklin put his money. Teddy's a ninja. Did you see the way he creep in his house, creep back out? Teddy's a ninja. He was
Yeah,
gonna find that money.
yeah, that's
Didn't
true.
matter.
Yeah, well, he had way. Yeah, he had ways of finding it. So yeah, he would have found it anyway. But yeah, he this
I don't
it
want to
was
get
wrong.
into it because we ain't got there, but I think I ain't. Well, Franklin started to figure it out that not to trust him with that money because you got to remember he put it in other places too
He
Oh
did.
yeah, 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 yeah.
that Teddy didn't know nothing
But
about. But
season
we'll get
three,
there.
I'm watching season three, and at the beginning of season three, and we'll talk about that the next time we get together. Right at the beginning of the season three, the mother Sissy now came on board with the real estate thing, and he was
Yeah.
already putting this money in other escrows. So yeah, he was early on.
Yeah.
You absolutely right. Early on, he was already
He
not trusting
he took a trip.
Teddy.
Remember, Ivy
We'll
Yeah,
get
helped
there.
him.
We'll get there. Why he didn't, what I mean, in a minute.
It
Why
didn't
he ain't
matter.
trust him and then when it changed for him.
right. Yeah,
He
right.
found something out.
Mhm. Um.
What's
So
her name? Lucia. This is Lucille, right?
yeah, Lucia, and now we met
They her downfall is thanks to her
what,
brother. Her downfall is thanks to her brother for falling in love with a Fed. I mean, with a DEA.
oh yeah, her cousin Pedro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And well we didn't know she was a Fed at this particular point. And
When I watched that shit in real time, I knew she was.
well, I say Lucia didn't know. Lucia and
Oh, okay,
Gustavo didn't know.
okay.
They didn't really trust her. Like Amina said
She wasn't
earlier,
sure.
she she didn't think I don't think she thought Fed, but she just thought she couldn't trust her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it didn't
She
take her long though. It took one
it
particular
did not
innocent
take her long.
that she knew what it was. But I know
But
you're
we
gonna get
found
there
out
in a
right
minute.
here when she was with this guy Tony, and Tony is the head of the DEA, the task force. He ran that particular task force that to infiltrate, and she was undercover. So apparently the story is Pedro came to them. It wasn't like they busted Pedro. Pedro came to them because he got upset that Lucia was behind unaliving his father. And
Hmm.
so and take it over the business. So he got hurt about it, and he went to go rat on his own cousin. So he's setting his cousin up. So um well this is when Matt is showing up with Matt and Teddy showing up with product, so it wasn't really nothing there. Now we see Alton. Alton is got busted on the street by the cops. They done beat him up,
Mm-hmm.
homeless, and he ended up in the hospital. And this young lady was a social worker, and her father was a former Black Panther, so she felt very she felt like sorry for Alton. She took a liking to him and felt sorry for him, because she probably thought about her own father, you know,
Right.
and so she tried to convince,
They did them homeless people dirty. They was doing
they
that to
did. They
clean for
bring a
that
burnt
Olympus
holes.
dog.
Yeah, they and where they trying to do it, they doing the stuff now with people. That's a whole nother story. But
Mm-hmm.
they, instead of helping people get on their feet and figure out what the issues are, mental health, financial, you just want to scoop them up and sick water hoses on them and stuff. Treat them inhumane.
What year? What
So,
year? What year is this?
somebody said earlier 84.
Okay,
I
I
just,
think it was the Olympus was about to go to Los Angeles, so they had
yeah,
this. They had a
yeah,
homeless problem, so they was trying to clean the streets up.
right, absolutely. That's exactly what they were doing, and I think that's ridiculous to do that. That's not the way to clean the streets up, But
No, that ain't.
but that's and they do it. They still doing that to this day. How they treat homeless people. So that's a whole nother
Mm-hmm.
rabbit hole. I ain't gonna go into, but
Mm.
so Sissy felt, sorry. And because regardless, even though she might have been mad with Alton, she still loved him. That's her husband. And she still was in love with him. She just was angry that he became a drunk and was out there on the street. That was her issue with him. Otherwise, he probably was always a good man. It's just that he became a drunk and then left her being a single mother to fend for
Mm-hmm.
herself.
You
So,
want you want to know something funny?
mm-hmm.
Just clicks on me. The irony.
What you mean?
The Just think about the end. The irony.
Uh-huh. He
The
okay.
way the series ended.
They both drunks
Yeah.
and
Oh,
homeless.
yeah. Well, I was thinking when you said that,
I was trying to be nice.
I'm thinking of Sissy. I'm thinking of what happened to Alton and Sissy. Okay, Franklin. I absolutely.
Yeah, that was his
Yes,
he became yeah.
yes,
They
yes. He
both
ended up
drunks and homeless.
right, right.
And I just it just like I mean
The
it clicked, but
person
I
that
forgot.
the
But then
person
seeing
that you
this is like,
despise the most,
yeah,
you end up being like them. Right. Mm-hmm. You end up being like them, and maybe that's why Franklin never wanted to drink or do
mm-hmm,
any drugs
mm-hmm.
based on his father.
Mm-hmm.
You notice throughout the show, but
He
early on,
never drunk,
you
he
always
never
see
did
him to
any
drink a
vice.
soda. He never would
Right.
drink a soda. He never drink any alcohol. He definitely didn't touch the drugs. So yeah,
They was married, but they split up, right?
yeah. Well, he left. He either she put him
Yeah.
out or he left the home, whichever. But he was homeless on the street. They always knew where he was. He just was on the street. They could
She
find
could
him.
have been had. She could have been had it back. The only reason that she ended up taking care. I mean, ended up coming back to their house because yeah, it's I hate to say this from I gotta say this, but most mama, I mean the ones that like don't have no other, sorry ladies, I gotta say this, but she ain't had no other kids. She only had one son. Franklin was her mama's boy. She didn't want her son to go nowhere. And the fact that Franklin went in at that house, he said, you know what? I gotta have a man in here because Franklin was always in that house.
I
If
believe you. I
Franklin
believe that.
was still there, he would have never cared about that. She was like, "No, I'm good. I got my son."
Yeah,
I'm gonna give
I
him
I
that.
I can believe that. She was lonely.
Lonely.
Remember now,
Yeah,
Franklin left the home because her and Franklin wasn't seeing eye to eye on him being out there doing his thing. She she was lonely. We saw her at home by herself, eating dinner by herself,
yeah,
just sitting
mm-hmm,
there looking lonely. The house all dark. She looked depressed. You saw at the end of season one. So
mm-hmm.
yeah, and then she
She
did
went to
still love her. I believe she always still loved Alton. It's just that, just like you can love somebody, but it's like you're not good for us. You cannot be here. So and well, Alton went to, Jerome's house where Franklin had been staying and tell him, said, look, you need to try to help your mother. And he just wasn't feeling it at first. He wasn't listening, but but this the part, y'all. I thought about this, and I said I'm gonna talk about this when I see y'all tonight. I don't care what you might be mad with your mother about. Franklin was out of pocket for showing up at his mama's job, embarrassing her and disrespecting her at the job, cussing, yelling. She barely holding on to this waitress's job after she got fired from the other job. She barely holding on by a string. And you show up at the job and yelling at her, embarrassing her, cursing her. I was like, okay, she should have got a damn she should have got someone bust smack him upside his face. Cause that was just disrespectful what he did. He showed up at his mother's job yelling and screaming and cursing because you don't want your daddy there. He might have made good points about Alton and all of that, but you don't show up at your mother's job and you don't be disrespecting your mother.
But I think she kicked Franklin out though, right?
Yeah, she kicked him out. He had to leave.
You
She
kicked
she said you
Franklin
got to
out, and
go.
then you let this guy who was worse treated you
Yeah,
bad for years, and he's there.
yeah,
He
he
was
mad
I
hurt.
because
mean,
that's what it
but
is.
was Alton really worse? He just was an alcoholic.
He abandoned
I
his
mean,
family for all these
yeah,
years.
yeah, that. I mean, but he wasn't like beating on her or nothing like that. I
But
mean,
he abandoned her. He when she needed
oh, he
him,
did. He abandoned
and he
her.
well,
She
you
had
know,
to
what I mean,
raise,
because
and she struggled. She
she
was, yeah,
struggled. I mean,
she struggled.
I mean, the
Yeah,
father's the reason why Franklin had to sell. I mean, selling drugs because
yeah.
he
Why he
wasn't
started even
providing.
selling marijuana in the first place?
Yeah, because he wasn't providing for his wife. So
Yeah,
yeah, he. So I ain't mad at Franklin for saying why you let him back up in
Yeah,
here.
but that was okay. But Detroit, you think showing up at your mother's job, knowing your mother right now, you show up at your mother's job yelling, screaming, and cursing, that would have been disrespectful.
I
You'd
I
would have
have had
didn't
this
never
say that was
did.
conversation
right.
at home or something.
I ain't say it was right. I'm just saying
He
That's
when
hurt.
why.
Frank.
That's why I'm saying he was out of pocket for the. He just bust up in the job, screamed. The man over there asking for coffee. One of the customers asking for coffee, and he just. I mean, he was.
He
She could
hurt.
have
Like
lost her
you gotta
job. She could
understand.
have gotten fired. You
Do you
know.
know what it's like for look, I'm gonna act like I'm a male, but I'm not a male, but I know that when their mother abandons them, because that's what Sissy pretty much did, because she wouldn't speak to him. And he loved his mama. He a
Yeah.
mama boy.
Right.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
Yeah.
he's like,
My
Mom,
son and
Mom,
mama's
and
boy. If I
she's
turned
not
my
picking up
back
the
on my
phone.
son, he would be
She
hurt. My
she
son
won't
was
look at
definitely a
him, she
mama's boy.
won't speak to him. He was hurting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
She
but you
wouldn't even
think him
speak to
man
her.
and won't.
She wouldn't even.
And I do get that. Trust me, I understand that. I just thought that's when he said, "What the hell is he doing?"
I mean,
But
she wouldn't even speak to her own son. I'm like, dang, you can't even say hi to him. Like, you ain't got to let him in the house, but you can't say
mm-hmm.
hi.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because my
This whole
brother went through
season.
that with my mother, and that he still I don't know, but that still hurt him to this day.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, but yeah, I'm just thinking, would I let my son stay? I was just in my own mind thinking about my own son. Would I let him stay with me if he out there selling drugs, selling crack, whatever? I'm like, no, you can't stay here. Now I might not turn my back as far as not speaking. I don't think I'll do that. But because he ain't murdered somebody. He just out there selling drugs. I just like, but you can't live here. I don't need you here in case the cops bust up in my house. So you can't stay here.
No, I
Yeah.
understand that part
Yeah.
too. Like I'm
Yeah,
just
but
saying, but
don't show up
I'm
my
just
damn
yeah.
job embarrassing me, and I'm already got a minimum wage job, barely making
She would have
ends
never
meet.
have a minimum wage job if she would just take the damn money.
Phew.
Like,
Yeah, so y'all wanted okay. I'm not. I'm not. Y'all wanted Sissy to take the drug money.
Well, I'm
We-
just tired of watching people
yeah.
talking about no, no, no. I'm gonna get put out of my house. Like just
You ain't
at
gonna
some
get put
point.
out your house, lady. If you take the money, there's drug money, but they ain't gonna do nothing to you. They won't even know. Like, bro, she just sitting there she was just crying too much. Like, take the money and pay your little bills or whatever like that. The same go for
But
damn the BMF, the chicken BMF.
That's what I said.
It's the same stuff. Even with I find really rock with the lady who was that what's this that junk JJ Daddy Good Time. She
oh, come on!
always
Don't be talking about Florida now.
in Florida, she
Don't be
always
talking about
like,
Florida.
why you
That's
get all this cash? JJ, put that
don't be
away.
talking
They
about
gonna get them
Florida.
20. Man,
Y'all
get up
leave.
out of here, man.
Y'all
Y'all
leave Miss
poor and you won't
Florida
even take
alone. Y'all
five
know I love
thousand
me some
dollars,
good
man.
times. Man, don't be talking Miss Florida.
Man, that lady was so weak, man, for
Oh
not
my
taking that
God.
money. They'd rather be broke than pay their bills. Like, come on, man, get up out of here.
Okay, this ain't about good times, but Florida was trying to be the more, have the morals, and she was very religious, and
And
that's
they
what
was broke though. I don't. They was broke. Like,
I
if my
understand.
bills need
I'm
to
not
get
saying
paid,
I would do it. I'm not saying I'm Florida because if I am in that situation like Sissy or whatever, and I got to work a waitressing job, I'm struggling. I might take the money. I don't want you around. Don't think it's gonna be a regular thing, but just give me enough money to get on my feet and then leave me alone. Probably,
And then leave me alone. That's messed up.
I mean, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. I don't want to. I don't know if I want to be a part of it regularly because I'd be scared I get tangled up into it.
Well, you know what it was, what back then, remember, they wasn't hitting the cops wasn't hitting on this yet like that. Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
But
They,
what I was gonna say is that I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn it.
Alton was gonna give up his check once he get his VA check, and he was gonna try to help her with the bills and so, and I'm like, look, when I saw this, I said, listen, you there all lonely, you still love your husband. Hell yeah, I'm gonna let my husband stay there. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I need some loving, I need some attention. I'm gonna let my husband stay there. So um
He cleaned up though, and he
yeah,
cleaned up
yeah.
really nice.
Yeah, I think he was a good guy. I think
he
he just
cleaned up, and she was lonely, and she needed that kitty cat to get
right.
itched.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't mad at about it. You ain't gonna find no argument with me
If
about
that,
that part. Yeah. So that and I
I ain't
think
mad
that
at her for bringing him. I'm bringing him back, but you need to forgive your son too.
Yeah. Because that's
mhm,
the thing. All right, so no, that's what I was gonna say. I understand why she didn't want to take the money because she didn't want to let him know that I accept this. So I do understand that part.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, when she was getting evicted, it's like let him pay
Oh
that
no, if I'm
house
getting
note.
evicted, then I'll be like, look, just break me off a little something just to pay off this debt, the house or whatever. But that doesn't mean I still accept what you doing. I mean, I
But
know
that's
it's
exactly why he's doing it.
I know it's look, I know I'm contradicting myself, but I wouldn't condone my son right now doing it. But if I'm dead broke, I might take the money. I ain't even gonna lie.
I'm
I
taking
probably
that
take,
paper, man.
yeah, But am I gonna be out there slinging with you and doing cooking up the crack and all? No, I ain't doing all that.
Well, we knew she wasn't
So
gonna do that. She didn't have to.
yeah,
She mama.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. So Avi, is got out of jail, and he's thinking that everything is back to business, and then Franklin goes to Teddy and say, "Look, I got this guy Avi on my back. I got to do something about him." And so Teddy already knew about Avi, and so they cut a deal that he would start supplying the guns to help out the war and all that. So Avi was supplying the guns, Franklin was supplying the drugs. So
Hmm.
The
you
money.
know
Franklin was
the
supplying the
money,
money.
yeah, but selling the drugs to make money, yeah. So it's all a cycle. They all all of them need each other. They all work
Pretty
together.
much.
Yeah. Um, and then you mentioned about the Olympics. Teddy found out about the Olympics coming and they doing construction. He had to move them bodies. Remember that girl from season one in
Hmm.
Alejandro. So they had to go in there. Can you imagine digging up some bodies after
And
they've
that's
been
what those
rotting there
Italians was
for
doing.
a long period of time? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
watched that Goodfellas, but they throwing up,
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they did that all the time in the
picking
mob.
it back
So
up. We
all
gotta
the
go move
time.
that thing and that thing. You get it?
Yeah, they had to do it. Casino. The mobsters was doing it all the time, burying bodies all over the place. So dumping them in trash cans and everything. I mean, trash dumpsters. Um. So they go to what was they in Panama, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they went to Panama, and he brought his brother with him, and that's when they was trying to, I guess, make plans or make a deal, make sure everything was running smooth with the cartel, the guns and the drugs and all that. Well, this is when they started putting two and two together, and they figured out. Well, Lucia figured out that Lorena is a cop, because I love that scene when these Mexican gang members came in there, and
Hmm.
Gustavo could fight. He ain't got no problem with fighting,
Right.
and
Never did
yeah,
though.
he never had no problem with fighting. He don't back down from and when a couple of the guys got shot, he slit the guys. We know what he did, and so they took out those guys that came, but also it also is going to hurt them, because that those guys are now missing, and the last time they were seen by anybody was supposed to be coming in to um pick up product.
They miss him, but when he I mean the Fed. I mean they end up. I think they ended up taking one. No, that's me. I'm going too
She
fast.
took
Okay,
she took she
she
took
took
one
him.
of them out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
She took
she
one
took
of
one
them
of them. I
out.
mean, she probably ain't had no choice, but it's the way she was standing. That's how she
Yeah, that's
got
what she
caught.
said. I know that stance anywhere.
That stance, the way she held the gun, the way she stands, it was like, they
Hmm.
could tell she was a cop. That was.
But she the one that pointed it out. He ain't know that she had to tell him. He said, "We in trouble
I mean,
now."
everything was happening so fast. If you remember that scene, it
Yeah,
happened so fast that he probably didn't pay attention to it. He was in his own scuffle with the guy, so he
yeah.
probably didn't pay no attention. But Lucia got some bullets in her shoulder, and I know that hurt, trying to take them bullets out, or those shells out in her shoulder. So, well, she's now talking with Tony, and Tony was always very cautious. The DEA guy, he was very cautious. He didn't try to jump the gun too fast with the task force.
Hmm.
Right.
Lorena was like, she was ready to go and bust them and take everybody down, but
The only
he
reason he said it because they really didn't have. I mean, they if she would have took them down right away, they probably could have beat it. They ain't really have enough information like that. Not enough to just like so they could do. Like he was thinking, okay, we bring them down, but we don't care about them. We need their supplier. Like, cause they, I mean, Lucia, they workers at this point. They need they need the cartel.
now y'all need to leave Florida Evers alone. That's my lady right there.
Oh yeah, I told yeah, RC man, they don't be knowing, dog.
I still love Good Time. The first 3 seasons when James was there. After they killed James off, then it wasn't the same then. But them first
Mm.
3 seasons, those are the ones I like. Um, but yeah, she was. Do y'all think she was a good DEA agent?
I
Because
don't
No,
like
she would.
her.
I don't like her either. Her
I don't like
attitude,
her. I don't like her
right?
neither. But she wasn't smart though because I ain't gonna say nothing. But
Her
because
attitude was thing. I didn't like
it
it.
was bad, but the man had to tell her like, yo, we don't go so fast because we really don't have we got information, but we don't really give a damn about Lucia and with the Estabo do we trying to get the
But
Mexican cartel, and that's what he was trying
yeah,
to tell them.
but like Brandon is saying, and this is true. Tony was trying to tell Lorena they didn't even have enough information yet to take everybody down yet, so it was too
Facts.
soon. It was just too soon. Yeah, nobody like Lorena.
I
Yeah,
Lorena was
agree.
that,
I
yeah,
can't
that,
stand
nobody
that
like.
her
but
either.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. Inga,
like her
that's
and
what the
Teddy
guy.
were the two people that everybody hated.
That's what I was saying. She never had enough information to take them down, but she was so thirsty.
Right. Well, this lady here, who runs the Mexican gang,
Hmm.
she wants that, she wanted to know where her guys were, because like I said, they was the last time they was supposed to be seen or anybody heard from them, they was supposed to be coming there to pick up, the work, and they've never haven't been seen since. So this is
Mhm.
when Lucia's like, okay, I can get you the recipe for the crack. And then that's why now she's trying to beg Franklin and her and Gustavo for that recipe. Franklin wouldn't give it up. So he goes to Kevin, and Kevin is he's just so eager. He didn't give it to him right away at this point, but he was thinking about it. He was very, very much thinking about it.
Kevin was a clown, man. He was emotional
He very
about
emotional.
I
Yeah.
very
didn't
I
like
thought it was
him.
emotional.
just me. I thought y'all was gonna think different because
No,
I feel too that he was a clown.
but that's what I
Very
said.
emotional. I didn't call him clown, but definitely emotional.
He was annoying. But then that's our Lulu from Raising. That's why I said the way he could flip a character.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Well, that's
Lulu.
two different characters. He
But
totally different.
Lulu is not when it in the first. If you put Lulu in this situation of raising Canaan from to Snowfall, he would understand what Franklin was doing.
And
He was
he
like,
Yeah,
wouldn't
okay,
Lulu. Yeah, of
he
course.
would have taken care of the Mexican situation about his cousin, but he wouldn't have did it right away. He
exactly.
would have waited until they got a plan.
He would
And
have
they
sat
didn't have
there
no
all day, all night. He would have sat there just watching them.
Yeah, he
right,
would have
yeah.
they would have had a plan.
No, he
Kevin
remember
was
he wanted to just run up and just go do something. And remember Jerome and all of them was getting their guns and it was like, come on, we're gonna go over there to Pico and you go to Pico Union. And that's why everything was going left because you just can't show up like that. You got to
And,
have a plan, and they don't have a crew. You talking about the Mexicans?
and
It's
it was funny watching Jerome say, "Where's Franklin? We gotta wait for Franklin." And
yes.
Franklin, like he took
I'm
over.
telling you, that guy, that a Jerome character is hilarious. He's I love Jerome. That's my favorite character. This is my favorite character. Always have been. I love Jerome. Um, but yeah, he was just so. I understand. He said, "Look, the his that's his cousin Roy, whatever is his cousin, and the mama was crying and upset that he should, but he didn't listen. He just didn't listen. And it wasn't that Franklin wasn't going to do anything about it. It just was not going to happen right now. They didn't even have the muscle to go do it.
I,
So,
Lucia was low. She was lying to Frank talking about if you touch him, it's gonna be something. When the fact that she gave him away quickly, that was a lie. Because he was
mm,
a that guy was a crash out dummy. They didn't care nothing about that guy. He wasn't supposed to do that anyway.
mm,
He lied to him.
mm,
When I went back and watched it like again, and I just because when it first came in real time, he was like, I can't give you that. He's somebody to somebody. He was a nobody. She said that
right.
the Franklin is stopping. She didn't want to give him up because you know what I mean because when it was time, she was trying to stall it out to get
Mm-hmm.
this product. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Because if he would have said, "Okay, I give you that product," she would have gave him away, but he never did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's why
Uh,
when Kevin gave the product, say, "Okay, I give you the product, but you got to give me this dude." She ain't even had to scratch her head. She gave him away because he was a nobody.
oh, this is a good point, RC. Kevin might have been a closet drug addict
he
too.
was. He
He
was.
did. He was
Yeah,
doing he did smoke the crack a couple of times. Yeah. Yeah, he did try it a couple of times. Yeah. So that's true.
He was
Yeah,
definitely reckless.
I kind of forgot about that. Talking about he was a
oh my bad. He was
sellout.
testing he was testing them drugs out. He
And
Yeah.
was
happy
happy
to
to
Yeah.
do
test
it.
some drugs out, boy.
Mm.
Kevin was a clown.
Oh,
I was
oh, that
disappointed
lady,
in Kevin, man.
that lady shouldn't have been blaming Lucia for what happened. What happened to those Mexican guys? Um, they came in hot and heavy. Those guys, when they walked in the door, because I just watched it, they came in already with attitude, talking smack. So, but they wasn't supposed to take them out, So everything just went left real fast. So that's what happened. It just happened, and then so they came back from getting the bodies, Matt and Teddy, and that's when he noticed that somebody was surveilling, which was the Lorena was watching the DEA was watching their their little place where they was hanging, their warehouse or whatever their office where they was hanging out at. So with
Mm.
he didn't know it was DEA yet, but that's what we found out. Um, then Franklin confronts
Hold on.
Alton, about the mother in the house, and
Is that where Alton be like, yo, she can't even pay the bills or something?
yeah, yeah, he told her. I think he told her. No, the girl came in. Yeah, he already knew about he couldn't pay the house note because he when he came to Jerome's house, but the social worker girl, she came in and had Austin sign some documents so that he could get his VA check. So Franklin walked in during the time she was there. Um, this is at the little convenience store where Franklin used to work. And then Rob's daddy, who was he's a director of porn. And Jerome is funny, man. Jerome said he had me lying. He said, where the bitches at? Where the bitches at? They walked in, it was men on men. it was a gay porn thing going on.
Oh
That did be
yeah,
funny. I'm telling
it
you, y'all
was
go back
like
on my that stuff is hilarious.
He said, "Go slap your daddy."
He said, where said it wasn't no,
and Rob was
it
just
wasn't no,
like, it's
it wasn't no
another
bitches.
day.
It was men going down on each other. He was like, "Oh hell no, what the hell going on here?"
It was
And,
wild. He was
and
wild.
the father it was stealing the drugs and then talking about, well, after all we did for you and we fed you and took you in and all, that don't mean you can get to steal from me because you took me in. You
Dang,
know,
And Franklin they wasn't trying to hit none of that.
yeah, where the B's and the T's at? That mean that Jerome is just always loud and abrasive. I just love him though. I love Jerome. Yeah, you got
Who you got though? You got Uncle Mar. You got him or Uncle Marvin? Who you picking? Who your favorite aunt?
oh man, because I love my Uncle Marvin.
Ooh, that's
Man,
a
that's
good
a hard
one.
one. I can't have both of them.
No, you can't. You can only pick one
I
though.
can't have two uncles.
I know who I
Oh
got.
my God. I
Who
love
you
Uncle
got?
Marvin.
I got Jerome. Jerome, he's amazing. Jerome is Jerome.
I
Jerome was everybody's uncle.
Yeah, I think I might have to go with Jerome too. I think I am
Damn,
too.
he
I
everybody
love
uncle.
Marvin. I love Marvin. Don't
Shit,
don't
I'm
say it
going
like
one for
that.
Marvin, man, because I actually believe that. I mean, yeah, I'm going with Uncle Marvin because Uncle Marvin is gonna sit there and get the job done. When the job need to be done, he getting it done, and he ain't stepping out for no chick. It's family first over a chick.
He did. He did.
Jerome
Jerome
sent
did.
out.
Jerome did. Yeah. Look, Jerome
Yeah.
got unalive because of Louis. You know. So I
Well,
spoiler
Yeah,
alert. If
that's what I'm
anybody ain't
saying,
seen, I should have
bro.
said that because we ain't got that far yet.
I just meant
Yeah.
the lighthearted Jerome. You know, I didn't mean that the ending beef. Like we're not talking about the
No,
ending beef.
but we got to go
As
by
to
what we
right
seen
now,
though.
season 2, I love Jerome. Yeah, and yeah.
Uncle Marvin is that gets a
Well,
loyal.
then if we're gonna
That's the
go,
definition of
If you're
loyal.
going by that because of the woman situation, then I guess you go with
I
Marvin.
can't go. I'm talking about loyal. I mean, because they both was loyal, but I mean, as much as shit that Rocket said
Yeah,
and
okay, I
did,
see what RC
to,
saying. Marvin used to be a boss.
so
Uh,
yeah,
yeah,
if we're
no, I
going
mean,
by
I'm sorry, Rob
everything,
Rob Miller. I want to give the credit to the right person. Rob Miller said Uncle Mom used to be a
used to be
boss.
a boss.
Yeah, mhm.
Jerome never was a boss.
And
He
Jerome is
don't have
fun.
no type of qualities of being the boss. Like if you really look at it,
no, he'd
he
be like,
ain't
"Where's
even.
Franklin? What Franklin say?"
Yeah, where
Marvin would
Franklin
never
at?
try eliminating his nephew.
Facts.
Every time I hear Marvin, I hear Uncle. I hear Brillo. Uncle Marvin. Uncle Marvin.
I
Uncle
love
Marlon a
Marvin. Yeah,
goat, man. Uncle
I
Marvin is a
know. Look,
goated.
even the little white girls love Uncle Marvin.
Uncle Marvin a goat.
Oh, I know. I love Marvin. That's my guy. Well, Teddy did some digging around with his contacts at the LAPD. Found out it was a DEA person, and anyway, they made Tony shut this thing down. So Lorena is upset because the higher ups in the DEA, because the CIA overlaps the DEA. So
Oh yeah, that's a oh, for sure. The
yeah,
CIA overlaps all of them. The Feds,
yeah,
DEA,
yeah, yeah,
Homeland Security. Like it
yeah.
is what it is. Levels to it.
Yeah, right, right. It's levels. It's levels. Yeah, because yeah, because they international. They all over, everywhere. They have international authority everywhere. So they
Uh-huh.
Lorena is upset about this. She's hot, you know. She's upset, and then this is what I'm saying. Here going, yeah. So this one, these Mexican guys show up again. They some goofballs too. These two Mexican guys and the cartel, but they made Matt Snow all that coke. God, I mean, putting his face down in the mountains of coke. He lucky he
Over
ain't
and
died.
over, like he went crazy.
He went crazy, and that's what caused him to have that. End
Heart
up having
attack.
a heart attack later on. Yeah, I mean,
He was
um,
doing too many drugs, man.
yeah,
They
that
just
wasn't his
they
fault
made
though.
him.
That
It
It
was
was
his
wasn't.
like
that was his brother's fault for having him to
That was
do that.
that was on his brother. That was
Teddy
on
ain't
his
care nothing
brother.
about nothing but itself, man.
I know Teddy only cared about himself. Now this part here, I know y'all gonna talk about this because this is when Kevin was already checked out with Franklin. He was pretty much done with Franklin at this point. But when he goes and buy these houses back, side by side, then turns out, later on he found out that the houses wasn't even in their names. It was it was in Franklin's name.
Uh,
And he was done with, he was
what's
done with
wrong with?
Franklin
I'm
at this
trying to
point.
figure out what's wrong with that though. Why was he so mad? They
well, they don't have property in their name. Why it got to be in Franklin? Why Franklin just put it in their names? But
It's
Franklin had the bank accounts.
But you can still put the deed in somebody else's name though. Even
Hey,
if I buy
yeah.
you a house, I mean I could put the deed in your name.
He
Yeah,
could have.
it wasn't in their name at all.
But Kevin was looking for a reason to hate Franklin. Like he just was on one this whole
Oh yeah,
time.
he was done with Franklin at this point anyway. He was just there, but he really was done with Franklin.
And Franklin ain't know how to cut him off. Cause like,
Well, Frankie kept looking at him suspicious. Didn't you notice
but he
that?
ain't cut him off.
No. Well, because of Leon, he probably would have if it wasn't for Leon.
Franklin
Leon,
ain't know how to cut him at that time. Franklin ain't know how to cut him off because if it would have been like 2 seasons later, next season or whatever,
I
it
don't know
would
if he had no good intentions. RC, I think he wanted to keep Kevin close.
Oh, you know what?
I don't know if he had good intentions.
No, you want me to tell you? I don't think he had good intentions
I
because
don't think so. I
think
don't think.
about it. Even with Leon, he's like, Leon, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I don't think he had no good
When he
intentions.
say that, he
He
said
bought
that
them
earlier in the
houses
season.
so that he could keep them closed and keep an eye on them, and it's control.
It was.
This is where we were starting to see Franklin, especially by the time season 3 got here. We started to see the control that he was having on people.
It was in season 3 when because he was like, I can't do this no more, Franklin. Leon was like, I can't do this. He was like, Leon, you can't go nowhere.
Yeah,
That was season 4.
Whatever, but he
but
wasn't letting him
I'm
go.
saying, but around this time, buying these homes, I'm saying this was the beginning or the start of him trying to control.
Control.
This a drug
Yeah,
game though. Don't be.
I don't think
I'm
he had
saying
no good intentions
these
at
niggas
all.
was these niggas can't be bitching up. Nah, you wanted to be a part of this. You was strong. You a strong gon' killer. Ain't no giving up no more. I rock with Frankie. You ain't going nowhere. I got you. I ain't gonna. We gonna talk about it when we get there. But I saved some of y'all butts,
But come
and y'all want to
on,
sit there and leave. No,
if
that we
your
don't
boy
work
can't
like
take it
that.
no more, we can't let him go. We can't let him
Is
go.
okay. Let me ask you a question. When you, I think this is a TV fault because they think when you in rappers too, but they think when you become a big time drug dealer that you just could be giving them all the money and say I don't want to be a drug dealer no more. It don't work like that. If you making them billions and millions of dollars, why would they want to let you go?
He could have
Don't work
passed.
like
Like, why
that.
he can't go?
You know what I told my
Don't
son
work
when we
like
went back?
that.
My son and I went back to do our rewatch on this season, right? I told my son this remind me of what Suge Knight did with buying Tupac the homes and stuff like that. When Tupac died, mother found out the homes wasn't even there in her son's name.
Oh
A
wow.
lot of people was doing stuff like this, so this ain't the first, watching this with Franklin, this happened in real life with a lot of people was doing stuff like this. Don't put, so
Or the music industry, they were getting the cars and
that's
the
right.
music
Yeah.
labels names. It was
Right.
never in the
But
artist.
right. Yeah. The
And they wouldn't
cars,
give him
the
money. They would just
houses.
give him cars.
Right. Yeah.
Because most of these damn
They
artists
would
don't
put
they
they would
have
put
good
the house
credit.
and stuff in a bit under the business name. Like that's what Franklin did under his real estate company name or whatever it was. So the bottom line, you don't own your house. So when they ready to put you out, they can.
But Brandon, it's not their house,
Like on
technically.
Five Heartbeats. Remember Big Red on Five Heartbeats? Them houses and cars wasn't in the guys' names. It was all in Big Red's name. So that's what Franklin did something like that. That's what I'm saying.
He
That's
did. He
yeah,
did.
yeah. Um,
Unfortunately.
Let me see what Brandon say. If I was working with for Franklin and he would have bought me a house, you wouldn't have been mad at him.
But it's not his.
Is yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's still it's. He could take it away from you, Brandon, anytime he wants to. If he got mad with you, he can kick you out the house. Put you, your mama, your kids, your sister, brothers, whoever live in the house, put y'all out. You
Or
know,
if anything happened to you, it go back to Franklin. It don't
they
go
go
back to
back
the
to
kids
Franklin.
or
Your
your
mama and
parents.
then wouldn't get the
Mhm.
house. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know,
Who
but
fault is that though? Leon was making money, ain't like they was just he was getting all the money. He could
Leon
have
Leon
was still
did
living in
well.
the
We're not gonna
project.
talk about Leon.
Leon never left the projects
Well,
right,
he
so he
didn't. He
can't
just
sue.
wanted to stay up in there.
He could easily
all the
got
way
his
until
own damn
all the way
house.
until season 6. He still was in the
But
projects.
you
He
know
never
what?
left.
You want to know something? A lot of them, that's how they were. Because even like those paid in full dudes and they wanted to stay in there because they wanted to be the
Right.
king, or they don't really
Right.
know anything better. They stayed there.
A lot of drug dealers in all major cities,
They
like
just
they were
stay
doing
there.
that,
They be like, yo, we got money.
Chicago, DC, New York, wherever. They stay in the hood because that's where they felt more safer and comfortable too.
But they
You
probably
know,
are more safer because can you imagine being in a desolate area? They run up in there, you done. At least a million people know you went in that building.
where unlike Meech and them, they had them big homes and all that kind of stuff. So they stood out. You living in
Mish
you
had
a
a
black man living
big
in a nice neighborhood. Come
Big
on now,
Mish had a house. Big Mish had a house everywhere.
he
Yeah,
He
but
did.
had
he
a
had a
house
big
in
security
Texas. He
detail
had a
too.
Miami,
But see, he
Atlanta.
had he had a different between him and what Franklin got going. This at the beginning, Franklin got a big entity going on. He don't have. It's just him, Jerome, and Leon and Kevin. And Peaches.
And
That's
nobody know who Franklin is. He keep
don't nobody
himself
know who Franklin is
really.
yet.
That's
Yeah,
why he kept himself like that.
right.
Franklin making paper, man. He
Oh,
making
he making
paper.
money. He just but he always he always dressed low key. He never wore chains. Well,
Never
if
raises his
the real
voice.
life
Yeah.
freeway Rick Ross was like that too. People thought he was a homeless guy, like a bum, but yeah, all along he was a multi-millionaire because he would,
Hmm.
he never dressed or he had back then he had dreadlocks in his head and he always dressed real low key and nobody knew he had money.
Damn, too
So
bad. Nobody gonna do his story. I mean, this was his story technically.
I mean,
Sorry.
yeah, parts of it was his story, yeah, and they took parts of his story, and of course they added other things to it. But yeah, I don't know. He said he was gonna still. He did a documentary, but I don't know if he ever
Ain't
gonna
nobody
do his
interested
story.
in that man's story no more. The shit already been told. Ain't
Oh
nobody
Yeah, I
gonna
my
think
tune
now
in.
because it's been told now, or even though if it's loosely based, because
Snowfall did it
some of
very well though.
yeah, I just think that people might not be, but he got a documentary. I think got one or two documentaries out about him. So uh, where we at now? Oh,
His
so now
run
we
wasn't
found.
that long, to be honest with you. But you know what I mean. But they could do something a limited series, but it's over with now.
Yeah, yeah. I think everybody probably moved on.
They already like, no, we good. It's
Yeah.
Snowfall right here.
But
Snowfall's amazing.
Kevin is giving them the recipe now. He's ready. After that house situation. He done with Franklin. He gonna
Yo,
give them the recipe, and then Wanda now is on the stuff. Okay, Wanda is on the stuff. She having a party at her house, and she's all she done stole product. Yeah, she
Uh-huh.
stole product and started having a party at her house with her relatives and friends, family, and everybody. And yeah, she's high as a kite now. So
and
and
Franklin and Leon is telling Franklin like, I got her. I'm gonna deal with
yeah,
her. I
yeah,
got it.
back off. But he could never deal with her.
Yo,
He
but
he
he didn't notice at this time. Remember when the roles were reversed? Franklin couldn't understand, but at this time, Leon, I mean, at this time, Leon think he has it under control. Damn.
did he did, but he had no idea how bad it was going to get. But yeah, he did. Um, well, the feds ended up busting in. No, Lucia went to go. She set her cousin up, Pedro, saying they was gonna go pick up something product or something from somewhere, but she set him up, and then that's when Tony and the DA came in, and she was on the phone with Gustavo and said, run Gustavo, but there was no place for him to run. Where was he gonna run? He would have gotten shot had he ran. They was coming from all angles. So he, at this point now, it was a wrap for them, and but it's a wrap for Pedro. That's
Yeah,
when
they
she
got
found out
they
that
smoked though.
Pedro. That's when she found out Pedro actually took himself to the DEA. He walked into their field office and told on her. So it wasn't like
Yeah.
he got arrested and then
He
ran.
snitched.
Yeah, he did it himself because she took out his father.
Uh-huh.
She took out her uncle, which is his
He
father.
lied
So
and said he lied and said this is my
Girlfriend.
girlfriend. And we like, yeah, I said, yeah, right. You being a snitch. Nice setup though by John Singleton for writing that though. Nice
Leon was
plot.
protective of Wanda, even though she betrayed him and Franklin. Yeah, he always was protective of Wanda. Always, yeah.
A damn crackhead.
Stop it.
Mhm, mhm.
He
Now,
was a
yeah,
crackhead.
no, wait a minute. By season 3, I don't like Wanda. I'm all right with Wanda.
Her
Wanda should have
acting
Well,
was
got
up
smoked,
phenomenal.
until
man. She should
now,
have
up
got
until right now, she started doing the crack. And now, but season 3, I've already started season 3. I'm at the beginning of it now.
She was
I
strung
don't
out.
like.
Like,
I
I
don't like her
mean,
now. Right there, yeah.
man, her character is a cartoon character to me because the way
here
they
we
how they play it.
go. Listen,
No, it is what it is,
I'm
bro.
watching her
Oh
spinoff.
Lord.
Look, I mean, you better hope it get greenlit for another I mean for 6 more episodes.
I
But
bet you gonna like it.
no,
I'll
I'm good
put
on
money
her.
on it.
I'm putting this on everything I love, bro. You won't. I'm
You
good
gonna
on her.
you
She
gonna
should
at
have
least
been
watch
dead.
one episode
He
just
gonna
to see
like
what
it.
it's
But y'all
about.
trying to tell no, I'm gonna watch. I mean, it gotta. I mean, maybe, but I'm not. I don't care. I'm gonna say this. I'm not by myself. I don't give a damn about Leon and her. They characters are boring without Franklin.
But
They're
maybe
gonna
there's going to
make
be
them
other
have
characters. It's
personality.
not going to just be them. It's going to be other characters.
Man,
We
we
don't
don't
know
know
what the
that, man. Yeah,
storyline is going.
I put like this. How much you want to bet that never happened? We never seen that spinoff.
Oh, I could bet you.
But
I
they were
bet
already
you.
taping it. I
I
was
I
on
bet
They
you.
ain't taping
uh,
it. They only did once episode. Ingrid, that's why I
No,
keep
I
trying
was
they
to tell
on I
did
was
a
y'all.
on
pilot.
Leon what's the guy played Leon I was on his Instagram page and they were taping the
They
episode.
are taping it. So okay,
They
what
not.
happened
How
with
y'all
Drake?
gonna tell me when I got my brother
What's his
told me
name?
they what?
Isaiah? Yeah,
Okay,
Isaiah,
y'all
something his
don't
name is.
believe. So that's what y'all ain't listening. I told
I
you my
am
brother.
listening. You said they only
He,
take one episode.
they did. I'm trying to tell. They only did the pilot episode one because I
But
asked
maybe
my.
that's the one I'm talking about then. I don't know.
Listen,
They,
I'm listening.
I'm telling you, they only did one. They was on the green list for one episode because the
no,
people who
that's
was
not what
working.
happened.
All right, y'all got it. I'm trying to tell you the people who was working there that lives in California.
Go
They
ahead.
worked there. They was saying
Mm.
they only
Well,
got they
maybe they're
ordered for
gonna
one
do one
episode.
episode to see how people will like it. You gotta see a
That's
trailer.
so what happened, what I heard happen is
Mm,
that they did the pilot episode and that
mm.
gave them the green lit to continue filming.
No,
That's
no,
what I
that
heard.
did they not filming no more. They only did one episode.
Well,
Trust me.
Okay,
they
okay.
said it
My
got the
bro,
green light.
I'm
Why would they
telling you
take the
what I
time to
know.
put together a cast for one episode?
I'm telling you what I know. You know what? If I can get my brother, because it's different, because he lives in California. His best friend got a job working with the film crew. You know what I mean? He's like actually being a janitor, actually doing the cleaning up the trailers and stuff
Sets
like
and
that
stuff,
because
yeah.
they need stuff like that. And I asked him, he was like, bro, they only did one episode. You know what I mean? I said, so they done?
Mhm.
He said, yeah, they done filming. They only did one episode. I'm
So
not
you saying
lying.
but is it coming out or not coming out? The one episode.
The powers that be at FX got to sit there and look at the episode. If they like it, they can give them more episodes. So they green light more episodes. As of
Yeah,
right now, we
yeah.
don't know.
Well, that does happen sometimes. People do these shows will do a pilot episode to see if it gets greenlit.
But
So
her character is a cartoon character because in the '90s, a lot of people. Come on, Andy, you know, they have people who recover crack addicts, yes, but the percentage is not great like that. It wasn't great like that.
I have cousins in my family that were former crack addicts. They still alive and still doing their thing. They not on drugs now. They got clean, thank the Lord. But
Hmm.
they were in bad shape. Not as bad, I
Yeah,
think, like Wanda, like on the
one.
street like that. But they was bad. I remember.
She Wanda got shot. She was
I was a
bad. She was
teenager
worse
then
than
either,
Pookie
so
from
I
New
know
Jack
what was going
City.
on.
That's
So
all I'm saying. She was a true. She was. Every TV show got cartoon characters. She was a cartoon character. She should have been gone. If you think
You
about
say
it, she should have.
you said she should have died from the crack overdose?
Hell yeah. She should have been gone.
People
Everybody ain't
were getting
surviving
off
no.
of it, like full
Not,
blown.
but it wasn't a great percentage though. I mean, it wasn't like if you do. This woman was doing hard time drugs. Like, I don't even want to say because YouTube be tripping, but he was doing stone cold drugs, crack
Mm-hmm.
cocaine at the time. They didn't know how to control it back in the 80s. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And she got shot. Come on, man. She was a true cartoon character. She should have been gone.
Okay. Well, we'll see. What you think
Oh,
about
come on. And you
Pedro?
know she should have got smoked though. Like they smoked the wrong and got rid of his character over her.
Yeah,
Come on now.
yeah. Now, yeah, I agree with you on that part. I would rather get rid of Wanda and kept Jerome.
He
So
should have been the spinoff if you want to keep it a buck.
yeah, the spinoff could have been about Jerome
My point.
if had he not died. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Now, when did you say that the spinoff was filmed?
They filmed this. They started in production around like mid going into like the last week of March, going into like April, and they got done around like May. Like
Okay, because
May,
they
like
were filming again in August.
they not filming. I'm trying to tell you, they not filming. This was somebody. My brother lives in
Okay.
California. His
Okay, we
friend
arguing.
told. I'm like, I'm not one of these persons that's gonna sit there being no big cap. They not filming no more. They only did one
Okay, they probably did
episode.
just do it. They probably just did a pilot. That happens with
They
Yeah,
did do a pilot,
TV
yes.
shows all the time. They do a pilot to see if it gets greenlit to do more episodes.
that's all
That
I'm saying.
happens
I'm
all the time. That happens with every TV show, every drama or a comedy show that's on television on NBC, ABC,
yes,
whatever. So that
yeah,
does happen, yeah.
yeah. They do it
So
a lot, like
mhm.
on cable, like Stars Max. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Prime.
they
They
don't want to do a
normally
bunch of episodes and if it gets canceled. So that's why they just do like one, maybe two
they do it.
episodes.
The ABC do.
It happens all the time.
ABC
That does happen.
Disney on FX
They've been doing
and
that for
ABC.
years. It's not a
They've
new
been doing
thing.
that for years. Though that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm not
Probably
hating on
since
the
the
show. I'm
beginning of
just.
TV has been going on. It's always yeah, it's that's always
I was
happened. So
surprised too because when
we'll
he
see if
told
it
me,
gets
I
lit.
thought he was alive. Like you got to be kidding me. He was like, I'm not lying.
No, I mean it happens all the time where they just
Yeah.
yeah, so we'll see if it gets greenlit for more. Hopefully it does. I mean, yeah,
Mm,
What
I
you
want to
think it
see it.
was bad? That's what you heard, Detroit Kings?
I don't know about being bad now. I don't have that type of influence. I'm just saying that they did one episode or whatever like that. The people that was in there, the cast, and then they went on about their business and hoping that the
But they
FX
waiting to
give them
see
the
whether
green
the
light.
But
studio
that's how they
probably is
shop
going to
it.
green it.
They do
Yeah,
a
they have to
spoil.
shop it around and just
Yeah.
think, yeah. Well, Alton got his VA check. She was gonna go to the bank to try to pay off the mortgage for the last 3 months that she owed, but turns out Franklin already took care of it, and she went to go confront him, and she was like, "Look, me and your daddy gonna move out the house. We're gonna sell the house and get rid of the house." I mean, now I ain't
Doing
doing
too
all that.
much
Now, if you, now I don't,
just to be broke.
I ain't doing
Good.
that. And just live on the street, sleep in your broken down car. No, I'm not doing that. Now, if you paid off my house, thank you very much. Now I don't want no drug money. I'll still keep working my waitressing job till I
How
find
she
something.
gonna move out the
But
house
I'm
when
not
she can't
going.
even afford to pay her bills?
Well, the house is paid for now, so at least you don't have a mortgage. Usually, that's what.
Right.
Usually, the mortgage or your rent of your place where you live is usually your most people's biggest bill, outside of maybe a car note or something else too. But so if you ain't got no more mortgage or rent to pay, like you can save a lot more money. So between Alton's VA check come in once a month and her waitressing job, they should be able to be all right. It's just the two of them. I
Hmm.
mean, so it ain't like I got no little kids to take care of. But yeah, I wouldn't sell the house and leave. This is just give away a house. Let's go around they was putting around signs outside talking about a free house. They're trying to give the house away. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that didn't make sense. I wouldn't do that.
I mean, but the daddy was the one that ran the Franklin said they needed to get paid though. Franklin was gonna chill on it. The daddy
Yeah,
was
no, the
begging.
daddy was gonna take that. Yeah, well, it's not that he wanted his mother to be involved in the drug thing, but just like help your mother. You got this money, help your mother. She about to get evicted. And
Well, I
but
mean, he
this
was
was
trying to, but she wouldn't take the money.
yeah, she wouldn't take it. Yeah. But now the house is paid for. I'll tell my son, thank you. I still not happy with you being a drug dealer, but I thank you for paying off my mortgage. So
Hmm.
I would
And
at
then
least
go put
say
on your fur. Look.
no,
Yeah.
I ain't not like Lucille. Yeah, go put my fur on, right. Well, this picture up top, y'all know what happened there. They got into an argument, Claudia and Louis, and next thing you know, wham bam,
Mm.
thank you, man. They had a 1-2 punch. She slammed her up against that bar and gave her like a concussion or something. I thought she had killed her.
Me
I thought
too.
at this particular time, I thought she had killed her, but she gave her like a concussion um and so she ran back to Jerome for help, and she was all bruised up, black and blue. She lucky that her that Claudia's security didn't come and try to kill her or something. They knew where she lived, where she was. It wasn't like she was in hiding. I'm surprised Claudia's people didn't try to come after her.
I don't
They
know.
didn't know though. That was she snuck. That was they was by themselves living their best life, man.
But
Well,
wasn't
the
Peaches
net,
in that house? Peaches
but
was
this
always
was,
on the couch in that house.
but this was before, yeah, because season she didn't get unalived until season 3. So in season 2, I'm so surprised her security didn't just. They knew that she was the last one there at the club with her, right? She was with her all the time.
No, but I'm saying Peaches was at Uncle Jerome's house when she went back to the house. Like they had security at that house.
Yeah, that's true. So even if Claudia's security showed up,
There wasn't exactly. Peaches was
Peaches
quick.
Peaches was staying there. Yeah, Peaches was staying there. So oh, he was there most of the time. Um,
She was trying to get that club though. She wanted that club.
right. Well, Lucia got the recipe from old Kevin. You know, he gave it up, and she gives it to the Mexicans. So now you give it to the Mexican people, then the recipe is out now.
Oh, it's a
Everybody got
ride.
it now. It's a wrap. Yeah, everybody got it now. So and Lucia, she just pretty much turned herself in. She didn't, Lorraine act like she was doing something, grabbing her up and all that. She didn't go in and find her and arrest her. Lucia turned herself in. She was standing there, so with her hands up, um, so. But they cut a deal, right? They cut a deal for immunity. But let me get to Wanda first. Before I get there, Wanda is strung out. Leon is tying her up to this pole in the house,
Radiator, yeah.
and that was this the house that Franklin had bought for them, and she was a mess at this point. Like the what's her name, Gail Bean? She played the hell out of Wanda.
She really did.
Hmm.
She did a fabulous job. I mean, they didn't get nominated for no Emmys, did they?
That's how they do
No,
them.
They should have, because between
All of them.
that what's his name, Idris, what's his name, Desmond,
these
who-
age is up. I'm not.
Desmond Idris, yeah,
Damsel Idris,
yeah, with between what he did with Franklin and
Gail.
Wanda and Gail Bean with Wanda, they should have gotten. Their acting was just
You know
top
who did
tier.
well too? Melody. When it
Oh,
came down to it, she did very well too.
her acting. Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
she played a crackhead, yes,
Yeah, she
she
did. I
did
was
very
like,
good playing that crackhead. She really did. She really did. Yeah. Um. Well, Wanda was out of
mhm.
control at this point, and y'all said earlier that Leon couldn't control her. Where he couldn't. Y'all were right. He could not control her, and he thought that she could just sweat it out. You know, go through withdrawal and get it out, but no. She took that. She got herself out them handcuffs
it bounced,
and bounced. Yeah, yeah. Well,
which was a good thing.
this is where the immunity came in. That if she, I guess, gave up everything, that her and Gustavo, they cut a deal with the DEA that they would have immunity, and they made an agreement to meet. Well, Franklin paged them, because they looking for Kevin. They knew that the recipe had gotten out. They just, everything was starting to gone terrible at
That
this point.
lady didn't want no Franklin though. She was asking for.
She didn't even know who Franklin was. She didn't
She
know
get
who,
she didn't do that. She which they do, and I keep trying to tell people, worry about yourself, black
they did not
people.
know who Franklin
They ain't
was.
know who was.
Back
She
then.
wasn't giving up her own kind. She gave up. She was gonna give up Franklin.
Yeah, she didn't give up her own people. She didn't give up that lady.
Y-
That lady who
Yeah,
run the Mexican cartel. She ain't run
my, in my point
the
exactly,
Mexican
because she
gang.
was
She
the.
didn't.
Because
Yeah,
that's who they wanted was her. They didn't want don't know about
she
no
didn't even
damn
know who this.
Franklin.
Yeah, who this guy was. But then Kevin showed. They knew Kevin was at the park because the guy who unalived the cousins was at the park, and he was there with his daughter. He had
Franklin knew he
visited.
gave that
Yeah,
recipe up too.
and he got his recipe up, and so he confronted Kevin, and this is when it went bad right here. So he didn't. I don't think he. Now, Amina, do you think he wanted to shoot Kevin?
Absolutely not.
I don't think so
Kevin
either.
had it
Yeah,
coming. Like Kevin wouldn't stop.
yeah, and he was just trying to shoot him in the butt or in the thigh, something like that. But he ended up hitting a main vein, and he bled out. So people don't realize that it's the veins that go all the way to your heart, your brain,
Your Franklin was
and
terrified. He was terrified. He was
he was
sad.
scared. He was shaking when he did it. He didn't want to do it.
He went through a lot.
He didn't want to do it, but Kevin was hard headed. Kevin was hard headed. And look
Uh-huh.
how Kevin was shooting the gun to shoot at the Mexican. He all
Yeah.
got the gun all high up in the air. He don't even know about shooting no gun.
So Franklin wanted to keep the peace because everybody would have been done if he would have got that shot off.
Right, right. Absolutely.
He lined him up though, man.
He did. Which one you talking about? Kevin?
Lucille lined
Oh,
him
oh,
up.
Lucia.
She wanted him
Yeah,
gone
yeah,
anyway.
because she didn't. Why she ain't turn in the Mexican cartel people? She didn't, or the gang, or whatever. She didn't turn them in. She didn't set them up. Yeah, she was wrong too. Well,
They don't care about outsiders. Like I don't know how many times I'm
exactly,
gonna tell this
Yeah,
to y'all.
exactly. No, I know that they don't care about outsiders. No, no.
If I gotta give somebody up,
yeah.
Yeah, and Franklin meant nothing to her. He just a kid to her. She was
Franklin
like,
means nothing to nobody.
one, he's black. He's just some kid. She didn't think
He
nothing
thought he
about
was
Franklin.
dumb too. She thought he was dumb too.
Yeah,
He,
she didn't think nothing about Franklin at all. She was trying to save herself. That's why she cut that deal for her and Gustavo to have immunity. She was thinking about
yeah.
herself, and ultimately, she was thinking about herself because she took off and left Gustavo and never to be seen again. So she left him behind. So she always was thinking about herself. Now, okay, I know I'm jumping the gun here, Detroit, but do you think that he was a simp for Lucia, Gustavo?
Yeah.
Because I'm at season 3 now, and
He
season
crashed
3,
out over her though.
he
Don't
started,
fall in
yeah,
love. You're
yeah,
gonna be a simp.
yeah, yeah,
He was
yeah.
a simp because she didn't give a damn about him.
So any
Mm.
guy I'm pretty much in love is a simp.
I
I
mean,
don't think a guy in love is a simp. No, this is what the guys think. That they, I
They
don't think
care
that way.
about her,
everybody
right?
that's not a definition of a simp. Just because you can still be in love with somebody and be in a simp.
But
She
you
can
can't be stupid though.
you're right. Like he was doing stuff that she didn't want him to do.
Okay, quick
Like
question.
that's a simp.
Name a guy in any series that was in love with a female that's not a simp, please, or didn't have a simp moment, please. I'll wait.
Uh,
Wait a minute.
Anybody.
Let me
I
see.
want to
you
hear
talk you
somebody.
I could give you a
Let me
couple.
see.
Stringer Bell wasn't no simp. He was
Stringer Bell was
stupid.
never. I never seen him in love.
And Avon
What-
wasn't a simp because he ain't had no woman either.
Yeah,
he
Yeah.
they wasn't in love. I said
Mm,
somebody that was in love with that
in
had
love.
a
Okay,
woman that
okay.
was in love.
In love.
Franklin what hold on, what's Franklin the simp?
You gonna say he was
Uh
a simp for that girl at the end, Yvonne or whatever, the one that took the
no, he
baby.
wasn't no simp, but he was simping for I can't get to it though. I'll just wait till
I was
when
thinking
it
about
comes.
other shows. I was thinking about
Leon is a
other random.
simp.
Yeah, anybody.
I was thinking about on Sons of Anarchy. Jax, he wasn't a simp for that girl though. The lady.
Some say Scarface was a simp.
Oh,
Okay, so again,
Scarface. Oh, the
name me
movie simp.
someone that was not in love, that was in love, that's not a simp.
It's
Please.
not a okay.
That's not a, you said that you said so that's not
Oh,
in
Breaking
love.
Bad.
She didn't
I
see
don't,
that. We can't explain that
Breaking
for I
Bad.
mean
He
because
had a
she didn't
wife. Walter
See, I
White
right.
had a
didn't see, I
wife, but
didn't
he
see
wasn't no
Breaking
She
simp for
ain't
Bad.
her.
see she ain't
I
see
did
it. She
watch it,
ain't
but I
she
didn't.
ain't really, you ain't like it.
I don't know.
It's a
You ain't watch a whole lot of shows that we watch, so I can name some show probably, but
yeah, I can name some too,
I,
but she ain't gonna know
Well,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a name a movie,
them.
anything, please, somebody.
Okay,
A
in a
movie?
movie. Okay, did he
Give
what?
me
Oh,
somebody.
okay. Let's name a movie then. That. Oh,
Anybody. Give
now I
me
was
a
gonna
man
name
that
a
was in
movie, but
love
the
that's
guy
not a
wasn't
simp.
in love. I was gonna name a movie, but I was gonna say New Jack City. Nino Brown wasn't in love with that girl,
But
but he was.
he ain't love nobody. So
He ain't
give
love
me
nobody.
somebody.
No, I'm trying to think. Whatever movie. What? Oh, Paid in Full. What about Ace? Ace Boogie with the girl.
He was a
He
he
wasn't a
didn't
simp though.
he wasn't a simp. He at first no, he really liked the girl.
So
Yeah,
that's
he
not a
had a
simp.
baby with her.
Yeah,
Wait a
he
minute,
wasn't see
Wait a minute.
he didn't
Walter
simp.
White. How was Walter White a simp for his wife? Because he threatened her. He used to be
Jerome was a
even though
simp.
I couldn't stand his wife. I couldn't stand his wife. I ain't
They
I
like
try
her.
to take
know.
I don't they try to take the word try to take the word simp
I'm
when
trying
it
to
comes.
figure this out because it seemed like if a guy loves a woman,
He was
y'all label him a simp.
Gustavo was a she. Just do the definition of a simp when you get done. He did beyond for what she would do for him. He sent out for her.
And look, y'all make sure y'all watch season 3. So when we come back, y'all see right at the beginning, he's sitting at the bar. Teddy found him at this bar. He was a drunk. He was a mess.
Yeah,
He had been looking for Lucia. That's right at the beginning of season 3. And Teddy finds him and brings him back into the business
Oh,
because he was
Gustavo.
Teddy finds Gustavo. Yeah, I'm sorry, and bring him back into because he was a mess because he was been looking for uh what's her name, Lucia.
Lucia.
Oh yeah. Said
hmm
Walter White was a simp. Because she Skylar was her name, right? Yeah, she was a bitch. Excuse me, but she was. I ain't like Skylar, so I don't think he was no simp for her. He was threatening her
nope.
and stuff. Yeah, so now simp would be somebody who do something like Jerome was simping for Louis.
I know. At some
Yeah,
point, yes,
Yeah.
every man y'all want to say is a simp. Like sometimes you just could be in love. Like damn it,
Jerome
like
is
we're not gonna do this.
Jerome was a simp, man.
But I remember when this show first came out, I didn't have a channel at the time. I just was hopping on everybody else's channel. And I remember Detroit was you and OT and it was Brilla. All of y'all was talking mad cash shit about Jerome. Y'all
For
did not like
sure.
I was giving him sympathy year and all this
Oh,
kind of
for
stuff.
Lulu.
Yeah, yeah. They was doing it for Jerome. They really when this show came out, they
Jerome
were doing
deserved
it.
it in season
They
6.
were
He was
definitely
just
they were doing it. They were on Jerome real bad. They don't
Jerome
want
was
a
a
man to be
simp.
in love when you're in the drug business.
I
You could
know.
be in
No,
love in
period.
You're in
drug
the drug
business.
business. You can't.
He was just doing dumb stuff and sipping out. I'm
Yeah,
not the
Jerome
only
was
one
a
came
simp.
out. A
I mean,
lot
he
of
was
people called
simping.
that
He was
Jerome
simping,
was a
but he was
simp.
in the. He was doing some stuff I didn't like as far as with Louis thing, but he was in love. He loved that
That's what
woman.
I'm saying.
Man,
Like,
it's a
come
whole bunch
on.
of people, man, that's in love, and they not gonna sit there and take no goddamn order from no Louis. She bossed that nigga around like he was a nobody in
Yeah,
season
at
4
the
and
end,
3.
in the end,
He
season
was a
5 and 6,
Jerome was a bitch, man. That nigga was a bitch in season
season,
5 and
season five,
6.
5 and 6 is when yeah, I still love Jerome all the way to the end of the end. But
Marvin ain't
however,
never
he
sent for
still
nobody. Marvin never gonna let no. He ain't gonna
But
like.
Marvin ain't in love.
It don't matter
Marvin ain't in
about
love with
love.
nobody.
He's still simping. You could be in love with somebody
Okay.
and don't tell nobody what to
Name
do.
me
What?
someone.
So
I
you're
just gave you
saying that
Jerome. He's a simp.
I said, name me someone that is not a simp and in love.
I'm still trying to think. I'm gonna have to do my homework and come back to you on that
We got
because
plenty, but you don't watch the stuff with me and Inga could
Okay,
give
well,
you a
name
whole
something I
bunch
do
of them.
watch. Like it shouldn't be that hard, right?
okay,
If
I mean
being in love doesn't
it
make a
could be a
simp.
movie or something. Let me say what movie. That's in love, but they're not a simp. In love, but not a simp. Yeah, because I can name some movies and the guys are simps in the movie.
So I'm like,
It's a
I'm
lot of
waiting.
ones that's simping, man.
Okay, but she said name a movie where or a
Any
TV
or
show, whatever,
show.
that they're whether it's TV show or movie that they in love with the woman.
But
madly
they
in
not a
love,
simp.
but they not simping for.
That let me see that. I could give you one.
I gotta do my
It
homework.
ain't
I've
no
been
drive.
waiting.
I could give you one. Tommy from Martin. He loved Pam. He didn't send for it. He didn't send for Pam.
Okay,
Tommy. That's one right
Bumpy
there.
Johnson and Hoodlum. He
I give
wasn't.
I give Bumpy Johnson.
Hold on. You talking about drug shows? You just talking about any show?
Any freaking show at
I
this
just
point.
gave you one. Tommy from Martin. He
I
loved
but we
Pam.
never saw their dynamic like that. Like
Oh man,
we never.
You
now
didn't
we
watch
moving
Sons
to
of
go.
Anarchy
Oh
because
my
Sons of
God,
Anarchy,
bro.
I
they
didn't see
had
Sons
men
of
on there who
Anarchy.
wasn't simping. And
And
that was the biker gang show of Sons of Anarchy. Great show if
Right.
anybody didn't see it. Them guys on there, the women fell in line. They did what the women the women did what the man told them to do. So
I'll give y'all Bumpy because
yeah.
yeah,
Mm,
the Doji.
yeah.
Bumpy wasn't no simp.
That's why I
No.
said I'll give them Bumpy.
Frank Lucas wasn't no simp.
Well, I can
Was
tell
he
you who
in
was.
love though?
He was definitely in love with his wife. He was in love with his wife. He
Oh
wasn't
no,
simping.
that Puerto Rican lady. Yes, he was in love with her, but
He
he
was in
wasn't
love with her.
simping for her.
Exactly.
No,
That's
he
two
wasn't
right
simping
there.
for. No, yeah, the Puerto Rican beauty queen lady he married. Yeah, yeah, that's another one. Frank Lucas. Yeah.
RC said Vanessa Williams wanted to leave Bumpy Johnson, and Bumpy didn't stop her. Like, all right,
He did. He said, "Go ahead and
Oh,
do what you do."
yeah, in the movie Hoodlum. Yeah. Oh,
hmm.
so but Frank wore that chinchilla coat though. The Puerto Rican girl have her in American Gangster is what he talking about. She talking about, yeah.
Jerome ain't had a boss to tell Louis, "I'm not doing." He gets like, "I
Well,
give you his
no,
go board."
Ghost was a simp for
Ghost
Angela.
definitely,
Ghost
absolutely,
was
like
number one simp for Angela.
he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you got a good point. That actually is a good topic, Amina. That we gotta do a whole discussion on that. Like what? Because I really can't think of none. A whole lot of them.
Let
Most
the
of the
You
men
time,
prove
can.
you
love
know, you can think
sometimes.
of a
Damn
couple
it!
of them, but most of the time, if they madly in love, sometimes they
That's
end
it.
up.
But just because you madly in love with nobody don't mean that you
Look,
ain't no
you saw it's
simp.
look,
The
you
top the
see it.
people try to move the goalposts about simping. You could
Because it's
be.
difficult. Like y'all, like
It's
just
not
let.
difficult. You could be in love
Yeah,
with
we gotta do
somebody and
our
don't do.
research. I gotta do research
This
and
is
stuff.
like you got to do your research about a definition of a simp. You could be in
I'm
love with
listening to y'all.
somebody.
I'm asking y'all. Like,
I'm telling you,
y'all got y'all gave me
just
two.
because you in love with somebody don't mean it's other people. You could be in love with that person, but the other person don't care nothing about you. Can do beyond from people and buying stuff and trying to impress her and doing everything she doing. That's a simp. No matter how much in love, like, I ain't gonna get into it because we gotta go, but it's a simp, man.
I have a quick question though. Other than that, we do got to figure out this whole simp thing,
All you gotta
but
do is look at the definition of a simp. It's not that hard.
it's hard for y'all to name people like that. Like, come on, all these
I
shows
just
we
Okay,
gave
have,
you.
you
I
all these
saying
just
that
shows
gave.
going
this to somebody who is um
in
who's
love.
in love, passionately in love with a woman, but yet he don't cave into her all her little things that she might want him to do. So
Yes,
And
that's
doesn't have a
not.
simp moment.
Jerome had a simp moment. He didn't have no. He's a man, a masculine man, letting his fiance boss him around like he was a nobody. That's why I don't fuck with Jerome. That's why Marvin will always be over him because
Marvin ain't in love.
this don't got nothing to do with love. You do love, you gonna sit
I'm
there and let
saying I want
y'all
to know
got
a
it, bro.
guy that
Y'all not getting
I'm
it.
asking you, can a man just be in love and y'all not label
You
him a
could be
simp?
in love with somebody, but then you got somebody who's trying to trade you in front of your family. Like this woman was single-handedly trying to kill his nephew,
I'm saying
and he didn't do nothing
everybody
about it
goes
because
through
he was too
something, but
busy being weak and being a simp.
okay, let's say on here what the definition of a simp is. Let me see what this thing's saying. It's a disparaging slang term for someone who displays excessive attention, admiration, subservience toward another person. Typically a romantic interest in hopes of receiving affection or relationship that is not reciprocated.
so everybody's
It
been
says
there before.
simp might be doing way too much. Um,
That's one thing I explained. Well, and guess what Jerome was doing? everything in
It's an
that
unhealthy
definition.
obsession. They say unhealthy obsession.
It's that
They
saying.
call that simping. Yeah. They suggest an unhealthy obsession leading to negative impacts. Well, that's true with Jerome. It did have a negative
That's
impact.
my point. Thank you. Let's
Yeah.
move on, Inga. Let's
That's
move
right.
on. That's my point.
We gotta do a
God
Listen,
whole
dang.
we gotta do a whole thing on the
Ding
simping
ding. Can
thing.
I get the horn?
Uh,
Can I get the horn? Not ding ding ding
no,
ding ding.
no.
Wait,
Well,
wait.
you want the horn? Fine.
Yeah, give me the horn because Jerome was a simp.
Yeah, we do know Jerome was a simp.
He
That's
was.
true.
That's
I'm
all
not
I'm
saying that he
saying.
wasn't. He let a woman come between his family. I'm not saying that he wasn't, but I'm just saying, like, everybody at some point seems like it's a simp if they're like in love.
You could be a simp and still be in love.
And that is what I'm trying to figure out.
I
Look
mean,
at you,
that's not.
Inga. I like that
I had
one.
laughter. Oh look.
I
Yeah.
try to prove the point.
Yeah.
Nobody. It is what it was.
But
Jerome was a simp, man. He was
I have a
weak.
quick question. I'm not denying that.
Hey,
I
West
have
Coast
one
Barbara.
quick question, y'all. So, since we were putting two people against each other, Rock or Franklin, who y'all got?
Oh, Rock or Frank? I'm gonna go.
Everybody.
I'm gonna go with Rock.
You can go with
I mean,
Rock.
let me take one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rock over Franklin.
For
You
being
mean as far as
smart.
running the organization
Everything,
and
because y'all want to say
I
everything,
mean,
everything in its entirety.
Well, we can't. Well, she ain't got no big reach as Franklin. Franklin had made more money
I
than way
froze
more
up
money
for a
than her.
second. What y'all say? I mean, what's the criteria?
Everything, just Rock. Who's the better one? Rock versus Franklin.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
go.
go
I'll
with
probably go.
I'm gonna go with Franklin because Rock ain't really. I mean, as of right now, he generated over a lot of. I mean, this man got planes.
Oh yeah,
Um,
he had more money than she has.
You
He had
did.
not
remember
that
before Teddy took the money, he had like what
he
71
about
million dollars, something
he
like
had
that.
almost $100 million.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, he had a plane, he had homes, he was doing
Hmm.
yeah. So he had a lot more going on,
See, I
and
like
his
Rock,
and
but
his
Rock ain't never
expanded.
leave Queens.
Yeah, his expanded to they went to Arkansas, other states, and all that. So yeah, she didn't. She's only in right there in Queens.
You'll probably have to say put the comparison have to be between him and Ghost.
Look,
Well, Rock was
go.
a good one because, like,
I'm saying Ghost versus. I said it would have to be Ghost and Franklin. That
I
would
okay,
be
agree.
a
that's a
good
I,
good one
one.
I
too,
agree with you,
though.
RC, on that. Them brothers from the black exploitation movies, they was not simping for the women in the movies.
Nah,
They,
Ghost,
They were
Ghost,
pretty though.
not all of
Ghost
them,
and
but I know what
Ghost
you're
and
saying.
Franklin would be the one that you probably have to compare.
Who? You said Ghost and
Go,
Franklin.
yeah, that would probably be the one that you have to compare.
Okay, well, Ghost and Franklin.
I think I would have to go with Ghost because Ghost is smarter than Franklin,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ghost
Ghost,
was smarter than
and
Ghost,
Franklin.
he had other
but
multiple
Franklin
business
still had.
too.
But Frank, yeah, he was all he had. Yeah, but Franklin still ended up expanding the business outside of California.
Franklin had buildings and stuff though.
But you got to think of this man. This man Ghost was about to be a
Mhm.
politician. You know what I mean? He had a business in Miami. He had the Queens Project. Ghost had range, man. And we
They
don't
both
even know
were
what Ghost
unseen
did when
too.
we about to find out what he did when he was young. If he was like we got to see when Ghost, if this could be incomplete, we don't know because you want to see what Ghost was doing when he was 15, 16 because Franklin was fairly young too.
So
But
Ghost had influence in Miami. Did he expand the business any other place outside of Chicago? They had it in Chicago, but that wasn't really him though. That was Jason.
if they
So
were
he really
smart,
didn't do anything outside of New York, did he?
he had a business in Miami.
I'm gonna go with Franklin.
I'm going
I'm
with
gonna go with
Franklin.
Franklin.
But yeah, Franklin Ghost. I'm gonna go with Franklin.
Of what money?
No, just in general, like
Just
overall.
yeah.
I don't know about that, man. I'm going with
But
Ghost
Ghost was
because
thinking smarter than Franklin.
And
Ghost was
Franklin
way
Franklin used
Ghost
to
he
have
was
that.
way he was way smarter than Franklin. It wasn't even close
Yeah, he was
because
way smarter than Franklin.
he knew how to speak Spanish.
Mhm.
He knew how to deal
Also,
with
he
the
knew how to fight. He knew how to pow pow. He knew,
yeah. Ghost was
yeah,
I got Ghost over Franklin because he could
yeah.
do more. He can go into the like you. This man can go into the drug game and do what he do, but he can go into the
And then went to the
corporation.
political world and all that. Yeah.
Yes,
Hmm,
Yeah,
hmm.
but y'all gotta understand. West Coast, you wrong for that one. Franklin
Oh, what was she said? Franklin got robbed by a crack.
was a baby. We watched him grow up. You can't fault him for
But
man.
what
we,
he
Frank
yeah,
did.
but we haven't
Ghost
seen
ain't.
yet, Barbara. What's happened with we gotta see when we see origins, how that's going,
But for what Kanan what he said about Ghost, Ghost wasn't no sucker. Like he was off the rip. Tommy and Kanan confirmed it when he was young. Ghost was getting it in. That's why
We
Breeze
gonna
gave him
see.
the.
But we didn't see a
That,
young
no,
ghost,
we
not
can't
yet.
put the cape on
We
for him
didn't
because
see a
this is
young ghost yet. So
we no
we
we
saw a
going
young
off with we
Franklin. So
going.
we saw
Oh man,
Franklin.
we going off with Kanan and Tommy was saying. Kanan didn't even like Ghost like that when he got out, but he said he told Gray, "Don't get it twisted. This nigga done caught more bodies than me." You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
he
that's why they
Ghost
call
was
him
that
ghost. 'Cause
dude.
he
That's
could
why they
things
call
could
him
happen when
Ghost.
nobody would see him. Yeah. So
Exactly. That's what Breeze gave him the name Ghost, and he unalived him.
I can't wait
hmm.
to see this origins.
Yeah.
That's
Don't play with
nasty.
Ghost's name, man. Ghost is
Yeah.
he's a simp, and I give him Ghost is goaded at. He's one of the greatest of all time, man. This man
Who?
was about to be the lieutenant governor. Come on now, don't play with
And
that
still
man's
and still
name.
got and still got one foot in the drug business too.
You
Exactly.
goating people?
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it
Um.
is. Everybody still asks and will go. People still want Ghost to come back. Not me, but they do.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love to see Ghost back, but I know it ain't happening. But I would like to see him
See?
back. If they found a way to write him in at the story, especially in Power Book 2, if they could have wrote him in Power Book 2, I would have been happy. So
He busy on everybody's stream talking about
talking, yeah, well. Um,
whatever.
let me wrap this up. Loose
Yeah.
everything fell to crap with the DEA. They had to shut everything down. What's her name? What's the girl name? The DEA girl, Lorena.
Oh
She was upset about it. And then that Mexican guy found out where she lived at, where
Uh-huh.
Lucia lived at. They came in there to fight. She shot at him. I mean, we're assuming he died. She shot at him, but he took off. And Gustavo got stabbed. But we never saw Lucia no more after this. I think this
no.
was our last time we saw her.
I
Yeah,
think we saw her one. I think we saw her one more time in pictures in season 5
yeah,
Teddy
pictures. Yeah,
showed when
that
he
was
was found out
pictures.
she was alive.
Yeah,
Other than
pictures.
that,
Yeah,
it
but
was a wrap.
we never saw the actress anymore. So now we know that Kevin is gone, that he bled out. Louis told him he was gone. And Franklin is now, being investigated. So the cops came to Sissy home. She goes to Jerome saying, "Where's my son?" She's blaming Jerome and Louis and everybody. He said, "Look, we all to blame. Alton, you, all of us to blame. We all made the boy the way he is." I agree with Jerome on that. Everybody play a part in the raising of Franklin. So
Franklin wasn't no spring chicken. Like he got into that on his own.
yeah, he wasn't no kid. He was what? He probably was already over 18, right? So he wasn't a child.
And the mother had a part to play too, because he said he
Yeah,
got
no,
tired of looking at her
but that's what
struggling.
Jerome said. If Jerome said it's you, it's Alton, it's me, Louis, he
Exactly.
Jerome took responsibility and says all of us play a part in this boy. So in this guy. So well, Andre knew he was going to be at his mama's house. My
This
son would have did
Andre,
the same
y'all.
thing. My son is a mama's boy. He would have ran to me too, and I probably would have been trying to hide him. I know, that would have been me. I already know that would have been me because I ain't gonna. Now, if you get caught, you get caught. But I'm not gonna turn you. I'm not gonna call the cops on you. But he was gonna turn himself in, but he wanted to see his mother one last time.
Was he
And
really gonna turn himself in? They was having that boy trying to
well,
escape
oh
to
no, that's right. He wasn't.
Louisiana.
No, he wasn't. He was not. You right. He was not. They wanted to see his mother one last time before he go to Baton Rouge.
which
He was
was
going
dumb.
hiding. You right, yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, you can't see your mother one last time because you know the
They
first place
Right.
always
you
do
look is at
that.
your mama's house, your
I mean,
job, your mama's
the coon,
house, your girlfriend
he
house.
could have got away with it if the coon didn't. The coon knew like his weakness is his mama, and he gonna come see his mom anyway. Andre was on there. He was ready to arrest Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Mm-hmm.
ready. He was like, yeah, because he was the one that got him. He told his spot.
Right. He said,
Andre.
I knew you couldn't stay away. This scene right here, he said, I knew you couldn't
Yeah.
stay away from your mama.
Uh
You
huh.
know.
It's
Right.
okay.
And yeah.
Every dog gets his day.
Oh Lord. Yeah, put two or three more up there. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, yeah. Every dog got this day. You right. You right. You right. And then she, of course, Lorraine is, she told them that that's the guy she saw, but she ended up meeting up with Teddy, and you know, Teddy tells her, Teddy lies to her, says, as soon as, if you just work with me, as soon as we catch all these people and the operation is over with, you can arrest everybody. He was never going to have her do
I
that.
don't know. He probably meant that because he could care less about Franklin, really.
I don't think so. I don't think so. He
You
would
don't
have
think?
never did that.
I don't think,
He never given
but he
away no
don't. He don't.
Franklin. He
I
got
agree with both of y'all. He don't care nothing about Franklin. He never did. But I don't think he was going to have her arrest everybody and
he
take her.
choosing Franklin over her because he need to get them damn guns and he need to
Right.
pay for them guns and she can't do it for
And-
him. So
right. Well, Franklin is in.
because I'm gonna say this though, right? If she would have said no, he would have unalived her. He would have
Mm-hmm.
took her
Oh,
out.
he is such a sneak. He absolutely would. But she didn't even know. But she don't even know. She's
Yeah.
so in La La Land. She don't even know what Teddy's capable of.
No,
Uh-huh.
no, she don't know. She don't know. She just she don't know.
Nobody
Wait,
know looking at
look,
Teddy though. He's just
Frank
so weird.
Franklin is behind bars right now till he can try to get out, and then now we see our boy Dub C, the West Side Connection. So
Uh-huh.
Dub C right there, which was his acting coach. I mean, not acting coach, his dialogue coach in real life.
Hmm.
John Singleton had him, spend time with Dub C so he can get that lingo and learn how to talk.
Yo, but look at the way he's staring. He is so LA right now. I'm
He's so
like,
LA.
oh,
Oh, he's LA all day. Him, Ice Cube, they never stop. It's like that
he's
all day,
scary.
every day. Yeah, he's a serious guy. I like Dub C. I love, and he's probably the best person I see. That I see a lot of people try to do the crip walk, but Dub C got that thing down to a T. So
Hmm.
but anyway, if they be, what was his name? Ray had him beat up in there, took his shoes and everything, and because we ended up seeing Ray again, and when they came to visit him, Franklin was Franklin's face was a mess. Eye was all closed up. Sissy
Leon.
was upset. Leon was mad. Told him what to do. So you see the first guy you see, you just punch him in the face. Um,
This is where Franklin changes.
this is where Franklin changes right here, and then Ray, he uh, I wish they had taken out Ray early on. Why we let him live? When they took out Lenny last season, why we didn't take out Ray? Why we let him live?
Hmm.
I don't know why we let him live. But he said, "Look, I know where your whole family live, your mama, your grandmama, everybody, sisters, brothers, and I mean business." So he backed off from him. But he was in there in this prison, holding cell with all these men. Well, it wasn't the holding cell, but the prison with all these men, and the one guy committed, unalived himself. I knew that was gonna happen. When you see somebody tearing up the sheets like that, I said, "Oh yeah,
Hmm.
he about to take himself up out of here." So I guess he figured I ain't still no time in jail. I'm out of here. So
Franklin, he
yeah,
went in there. He did whatever he needed to do to
yeah,
whoever, and he
and
held on to he got his sneakers back.
he
Because remember,
got
he's
them.
walking around without, they took
He
his
got them
sneakers.
sneakers back. This is when you say he changed. This is
That's where it's changed.
he definitely changed. He was changing little at a time, but I think that jail scene would really change him. He told Louis, go meet up with Teddy, to try to help get him out. He told Lorena, look, you can, let's work together, but I need that kid. That kid works for me, and I need you to, recant your story. She did do that. Franklin gets out. And then, here we go, Kevin, rest in peace. So it was January 29th, 1984.
Okay.
That's the day Kevin died. Yeah. So he was born in 63. So how old was he from 63 to 84?
21.
Okay, so that's what, yeah. So he wasn't no baby, but he wasn't they wasn't children, but they still was young. And
He was old. He was older than Franklin though.
oh, he was
Franklin
older than
right this
Frank.
Franklin at this time was like 19 years
Yeah, because
old.
he was, remember, because he had been a freshman in college, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
at
They
least
are
18,
yeah.
at least 18 or 19, at least that, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Teddy got him out. Business is going back to usual, but this is when and this is at the end of season 2, he realized that he don't know everything about Teddy yet, but he know that Teddy obviously is
Is
in,
working with the CIA.
yeah, and he's deep involved in and with the government and stuff. One thing, Franklin was smart. I know we just talked about Ghost being
Green.
smart.
Yeah, he was smart.
Franklin was smart too.
He would just watch people. He wouldn't even talk. He wouldn't say much. Yo, remember that smile he used to have when he about to hurt somebody or something about to happen to you?
Mm-hmm.
He
Hmm.
have this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He squints his eyes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was my Franklin.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've been up here a little over 2 hours. I be saying to myself, okay, we're gonna try just let me do an hour and a half. But I know when we get to talking and then we start talking about ghosts and all that, that goes down another rabbit hole. So I figured we was gonna do at least 2 hours. So um well, season 2 is a good season. I highly enjoyed it. And I'm at the beginning of
It
season
was a
3.
classic.
Yes, it really is. It really is. I think 1 through 4 is the best seasons. I like all the whole series, but
I
one
love
through
the
four is the
series.
best. Yeah, I'm a
Who,
fan of the whole
who,
series.
what was the best season for y'all though?
This
Um,
season
I
Yeah,
uh
y'all
personally
favorite.
like
2
when
and 3
Louis
was
and
my,
Franklin was going at it. Like when his money was like funny. That was like because I remember I couldn't pull away because I remember Ghost was on and Snowfall was on, but I remember I just kept waiting for Snowfall, waiting for Snowfall. So that
yeah,
war
yeah.
between
See,
Louis
season
and
2
the
and 3.
fam was serious. Because when he pulled out that situation on Louis, and I think somebody else was like right behind him.
Oh, that's season 4.
That one.
Yes, yeah, season 4
Because
good.
I remember I was sitting there
I
like
like 1 through 4 is my really, really my favorites.
But what's the best? I mean, which one you picking though?
But the
I
one
want
that's my
four.
best, okay, she's picking
I said
4.
one though. Like what's the best out of that though for y'all?
Well, you know what? I
Out
like
of
the one
one
with
through okay,
Melody
she
too.
said she likes number 4 the best.
Oh, you
Well,
like oh
That's
Ever
what
you like
Amina's
season
saying.
4? Okay.
I'm saying maybe. Oh, I have to.
I like the
Number
one with
3 is
Melody
good
too.
because we start seeing. That's when we got Man Boy. We start seeing the transition. Franklin was getting evil then, getting ruthless. We saw Sissy. Sissy got involved with this real estate stuff. Wanda was off the chain. Season 3 was good.
So that
Yeah,
was
but
your
that's the one
favorite
with
season? That's
Melody,
your
season
best?
3.
I'm gonna go with 3 as maybe my favorite. But see, Detroit, I like
I'm
the
just
whole
asking,
entire
like,
damn
what
season,
I
so
know,
I
but
don't really
what's
like to
your
say which one. Like
which
the other
which
ones ain't
one
good.
what like which one would you pick though? Because you said 1 through 4 was the best. Like, which one? Like one, two, three. Which one of your favorite seasons?
Okay, then I'm gonna say 3. If I had to just choose one, I'm gonna just say 3.
I'm gonna say three. I think three is not even close. Like,
I'm gonna
that's
say
the best
3
season
because
that's
a lot
so
of things,
far.
yeah, a
See, I
lot
like
of
to
things
read,
were
but I
happening in 3.
love when they
Yeah.
were going
Man,
at it.
see,
Like, because I just
man, season three was phenomenal. That's when you got Man Boy Scully.
Yeah, I said
Man,
Man
them man,
Boy,
I ain't
Wanda
never
was
seen a
on the
series
drugs.
so season three of Wire. These niggas came out the gate, bang, bang, bang. They wasn't missing. See, I could pick it. I could pick like, okay, this is a great season, a good season.
Season 3 was good because
But
that's when
season
that
four was
girl was
missing
ready.
missed the mark on something. It wasn't like season three and two. season three, it was no filler episodes.
I think 1 and 2 is like we still building up, and then 3 was we was smoking. Then by 3 we was smoking.
Season three was phenomenal,
Yeah,
man.
season 3 was
Ain't
phenomenal.
nothing beating that, man. It's not
Yeah.
beating that.
We had that when Man Boy, that girl who was working with Man Boy. I forgot the girl's name. We'll get the
My
uh
brother Fatback
yeah, that's where
got
all the
Oh, I
announced.
loved Fatback.
yes,
I
yeah,
forgot about him.
yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm rewatching these because there's a lot of things I be forgetting. I be forgetting people's names. So I
He
have to go
was
back
a
and rewatch it.
sweetheart.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked him. Um the sissy was getting into the real estate stuff. It was a lot going on. It was a lot going on in season 3. A lot going on. Yeah,
Alton, that's when Alton was like sober.
yeah, he was sober. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't trying
So
to
it
rush
was
because I'm gonna be the next time we do it. I'll
oh
be
yeah,
here.
we'll come back in a couple weeks. Like
My bad, my bad. I was late, but I had to take care of
oh yeah. I thought
my.
you probably wasn't gonna come because of the situation. I thought you
No,
was.
no, but the crazy thing is, I went
Mm,
to see. I'm gonna go see her tomorrow, but
mm.
I went to see her today. She going to another room. She out of ice. She about to be out of ICU. She's doing real good. She might be home in about a week or two.
Oh, great. That's good.
That's
That's
good.
good. Yeah, I agree. RC, it's really hard to choose
Hmm.
between 1 through 4 because 1 through 4 is just good. It's just great writing, great
I
direction,
can kind of tell what
everything.
I can kind of tell when John Siegel didn't write it on board though. I knew
Yeah,
when he was gone. I say
yeah,
that I
yeah.
knew. I say season one
I mean, and you
and
can't beat him, and you can't beat nobody up about it. The man died. It wasn't like he quit the
oh
show
no,
or
I'm just
something.
saying
Yeah,
I could tell what
yeah,
was going on because
yeah.
he in season one and three and leading up to four, he was about to introduce the Bloods and the Crips. He
Yeah,
actually
I
did
think
it
he
in
died
season three.
after the end of season 3. That's when he died.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
think he died
yeah,
before the show while they were taping it, taping season 4 or something. Like he died.
yeah.
I think the last episode of season 3 he had passed.
Yeah, something like that. Right.
But
Absolutely. Yeah.
he already had the ideal mapped out and written out what he was gonna do.
That's what I heard too.
Right. So all they
And
had to do
that
was
was
just
like one of
tape it.
four. But they changed it because the Arkansas situation was deaded. He was leading to that, and then there was the Bloods and Crips. They never really tackled that no more.
Yeah, they
That was a
yeah.
wrap. They fought me. Well, I ain't gonna say. I'll just wait till we get there. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
we'll
quiet.
get there. So we'll come back in like, another 2 or 3 weeks. We'll coordinate a date. Seem like Tuesday seem to be working. I gotta finish watching season 3. That's why I always say give me another. So not next week, maybe like maybe like in 2 weeks. Maybe like in 2 weeks. We'll do another Tuesday and we'll do season 3 and we'll come back for that.
All right.
So, all right, y'all. It's turning 11 o'clock here on the East Coast, so we're gonna wrap
Mm-hmm.
it all down and we'll be back. And then on Mondays, I'm gonna be reviewing Tulsa King. Do you watch Tulsa King? Amina?
I never saw it. Is it good?
Yeah, Tulsa King is good. Tulsa King is
I
good.
might look
Yeah.
at it tonight. Some of it.
Um, well, you're gonna probably have to start from we're in season 3 now, so you're gonna have to start from season 1
Oh.
to catch up because
Well,
yeah,
that's
because you
good.
ain't
I don't have
'cause you
commercials or I don't have to wait.
no, because no, it's on Paramount Plus, so you can just binge watch it, and then and the
Yeah, I mean I don't have to
episodes
wait for
is not
every
long, right?
episode.
Detroit, they're not long. You can go through them
No,
real
they
fast.
about 35, 38
40 minutes,
minutes.
yeah, something like that. They're not long, but it's good. It's entertaining. It's funny parts, stuff like that. It's entertaining. So I'm talking about that on Mondays, and then I got Reasonable Doubt on Thursday night or something like that. I'm doing, but I'm gonna be busy. Y'all gonna see me on the YouTube stream. Mina, you doing anything? You got anything coming up?
No, when is the go Tommy and them coming back? November, right?
Yeah, November 7th.
November.
November 7th.
November.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I
So
don't
This is
got
the
we,
nothing
last
going on.
season too, though.
yeah. So I said I was gonna review it. I don't know if I'm gonna review it. I don't. I'm gonna watch it. I'm still on the fence if I'm gonna review.
Let me ask you a question. I mean, you ever get a chance to watch Top Boy?
I can't get. I'll be trying. I think I watched season 1 or a lot of episodes in season 1, but it's just I don't know.
Okay. Top Boy is incredible though, to be
I heard
honest
Yeah,
it
with
is. I
yeah,
just
Top
can't
Boy.
get into it.
Top Boy is good. Top Boy is good. And yeah, and then you don't watch Mayor Kingstown because that's gonna be coming up in
No,
October.
I watched 2 seasons
Um,
of it. To me, it still didn't grab me.
okay, okay.
you. That's understandable.
Hmm.
Really? Because you
I ain't
love
mad.
it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I love it.
I
Yeah,
love it. I mean, some it ain't for everybody. So you know what I mean.
yeah. Every show ain't for everybody. Every show ain't for everybody, but I'm sure, Amina, you're gonna talk about a force when that comes out.
I
But
mean, really, to be honest,
I
my
don't know if
show
I
is
will or
Raising
not. I'm gonna
Kanan.
watch it, but I don't know if I'm gonna be. I don't
The
know.
other ones
I
is
haven't
just
decided.
like it's fillers for me.
I agree with me on that. I've been disagreeing all day, but for the forces, it ain't nothing. But I'm
Yeah,
gonna be,
I'm gonna
yeah.
watch it, but I don't know if I want to take the time to recap it and go through all
I
of that.
don't think you
So
should waste your time. And
yeah,
I don't even
I'm
think I'm
watching
doing that
it.
neither.
If somebody does a panel and they want to invite me on there, I might join the panel, but I don't know if
I
I'm gonna.
think it's nothing. But I think it's nothing but fella.
Mm-hmm.
People they don't want to hear this anger, y'all. Um, the force is nothing but another a break. This ain't gonna do nothing to another. I guarantee this is gonna happen. You heard it here
Mm-hmm.
first on Inga. 1 through 5. I'm gonna give 1 through 6. Episode
Mm-hmm.
1 to 6. The rest of the down their series, they
Hey,
setting up for that.
support.
They setting up for that down legacy spinoff.
Yeah.
I know
That's
I'm
a
gonna like that one.
I don't think nothing really is going to happen in Force.
no me
So
neither though. I think they're gonna
I'm
set.
just going to watch it just for entertainment purposes. But I don't think I'm going to spend my time like making videos and talking about it and all that. But if somebody
Don't you?
does
But
a
don't
panel,
y'all
I'll
agree
get
with
on.
that though? But they knew because they had a cheat code for them. They knew that they would they was in production. They was filming, but around like episode 7 or 6,
I agree, Oscar.
they knew that they was getting canceled. So they had the writers can go back
Mm-hmm.
and change a couple things around. That ain't doing. I swear to y'all, could be wrong, but I know for a fact they setting up for legacy. The last 3 episodes they setting up for that.
Yeah,
Oh, you talking about Kanan?
No. I'm talking about legacy. Legacy. I'm
but
talking about
Force is
time.
setting up. Force is setting up for legacy, right?
For Tariq Tommy and Tariq spin off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So you saying
The last 3, I'll say episode 8, 9, 10 is the setup
of Force
episode.
is setting up for the show for the legacy of the
Yes.
yeah, right. Yeah, right, right.
Kind of how they did the OG Power.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ghost is already smoked, but the last episode was setting up for Power Book 2 Ghost.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
And
I agree.
I think Kanan like I think okay, we're
Mhm.
gonna find out what happened with
I
Rock.
don't even remember. Be honest with you, I don't even remember everything that happened, and I'm not going back to rewatch. I'll just pick up whatever.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't care that much.
I
I
don't care
just do
neither.
it.
I don't care. I'm not a.
I'm not about to go watch it
No, I'm
neither.
not going back and I usually go back and rewatch shows before the show comes on
Not
because so
worth
I can
it.
freshen my memory a little bit, or at least the last couple of episodes. But this show, I'm not doing that. No, no,
I
I'm not
usually
doing
just go to like a YouTube channel and I'll be like, season whatever review, and
it.
they be like hitting it.
I just
Mm-hmm.
go. What I do is I just skim through it, but I ain't even skimming through
But
that.
this
It's not
show,
important.
no. If it's a great show, I don't. Just like I'm going back and rewatching Snowfall. I'll do that with a great show, but I won't. I'm not forced. Is not that. So I'm not even wasting my time with.
Even I'm gonna be honest with you, people are not gonna like what I gotta say. Even with Bel Air, I'm gonna watch Bel Air, but I'm not gonna be running to it no more because I know nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well,
Power Book 2 Ghost got me with this. When they said it was the last season, I said they ain't even the actors and writers was coming out said they didn't even this ain't even finished and all type of stuff. And then when I looked at the product, they wasn't lying. Fool me once, you're not fooling me again.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
the Bel Air force is nothing but money grabs, people.
I
Nothing's going
agree.
to
Support.
happen.
I agree with support gaming. Yeah. 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 But we got
Right or
yeah,
time.
wrong,
for real.
That's not
Amina.
to November, so we got time.
Right or wrong, Amina.
What?
Not we got the networks do that. That's a this a money grab.
Yeah, I mean, they know people are gonna watch it regardless, right? Demarcus.
Exactly.
Look,
Yeah. Bel Air,
Mm-hmm.
Bel Air is too, people. I'm telling y'all, Bel Air is a money grab
no, it
too.
is. The Bel Air, like the first season and the second season was cool. That's
Yeah.
it.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
know what that last one. I was like, wait, what?
Niggas are saying that last one was trash. I'm
It was
like, damn.
bad. Like I could care
Yeah.
less about it.
I don't know about say trash, but it wasn't as good as the first two.
I mean, the
That I
ending
agree.
was good.
Yeah, that was
Because they
it
check
wasn't as good
because
as
they
the
check
first two. So
because they
I'm gonna
changed
watch the last
showrunners.
season of Bel Air too. I'm not
I'm gonna watch it. It's something to watch.
Right. If it right, but it ain't gonna be on first day. It might be on the day on Wednesday. Won't get my first watch.
I
Y'all
mean,
cancel.
this
That's just keep it at the bug.
this whole series, BMF was on. I was never excited to watch it. It'd be like, oh, it's on. I'll catch it when I catch it. Like I wasn't. That's why my content would come out kind of late with BMF. I didn't care. Like
BMF was ass. I think that's one of the worst TV shows I ever seen in my life, but
yeah,
like for real.
that was terrible. Yeah, you might
speaking
have been
of,
watching a Tubi show or something. So
Meech is all over the place right now. What y'all
Yeah, I
thought
talked
about
I'm
about
not.
that?
it. I talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah,
They're
I'm done.
frauds, man. Like
I,
I'm gonna say this, and I'm done because I'm about to take
yeah,
my.
I gotta go, y'all.
I gotta
We're not
go.
gonna go and start talking about no BMF.
I'm gonna say one thing. All right, this ain't about BMF. When a woman like Selena Powell start telling your business, he ain't lying. He
I
is
don't
tell
think he's not lying.
everything she's saying is true. And I don't
Exactly.
want nobody talking about, oh man, you believe I'm telling you, she get a man get the pillow talking and telling their business. And honestly, I think she liked the
She
man.
was supporting him. What
She
are you
was
talking
supporting
about?
him. Yeah.
I saw the text message where she was like, he was like, I need this. Can I buy a charger? She was like, get what you want, put it in the cart, and then just put it. I'll check it out. I
Yeah.
was like,
Look, I ain't spend no more time talking about he's yeah. Forget
I'm just, meaning when you go
we had to
live,
do
just
that
hit
on
me
another
up.
platform. I was
Hit
already
me
been
up. Hit me
two
up.
I
and a half
will.
hours. Nah, I mean we can talk about it later because we'll go on and on with that. And
I
we already know
I'm
understand.
he's
not
a
gonna, I'm not gonna say no. I'm just telling people like I'm all for man. I take up for my brothers, but that woman wasn't lying. She was telling the honest to God truth. You know, what I mean, he messed up. All he had to do was just shut his mouth. I don't know what he did, but she told all his business, basically saying them niggas broke.
I didn't even
yeah,
know she was doing that. I just knew when he responded, 50 Cent posted that, and I was like, oh,
Cause he pillow talking.
well,
right.
she taking care of him. It's not that he's pillow, so she knows she be at the house.
I mean, but he telling too much business though.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
he
just
don't got
saying.
no money.
I'm out.
All right, yeah, that's
All right,
true.
y'all. You gotta take
I,
care.
All right,
I
yeah.
y'all
Love
see y'all
y'all
in a
guys.
couple weeks. Season 3. We'll be back.
Okay,
All
All
okay,
right,
right,
y'all.
y'all.
all
Bye.
right.